To the voice of Stockton on KXVS.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
You out there? Can you hear me? Everybody hear it? This is Rise and Shine 209 Morning Show.
Can you hear? I can hear you.
Good. All right. Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday, July 24th. It's about 7:30, and we are back. There was a exciting weekend here at KXVS. We had the Summer in Wonderland, not Summer in Wonderland,
yes.
Christmas in July event at Channel Brewing. It was a good event.
It was a blast. Oh my goodness, it was a blast. Yeah.
I had a lot of fun.
I walked in during the time that Marcellus was on stage. So I got to catch a little bit of that because I didn't. Yeah, there we go. Because I did not get to. Yeah. I totally didn't get to see like the start of it, which I saw the crowd over there. I was like, oh, what's going on over there? Because I saw the crowd. Yeah. And so I got to get in over there, and I was like, oh, Marcellus on stage. Oh, it was kind of cool to be able to catch some of that and. Get to see the reaction of the crowd. Yeah, a good crowd. It was nice.
Yeah, it was a good show. I did a 20-minute clean set, so I'm improving. Definitely, I would say I'm improving because it's rare that you catch MF comedy clean. I mean, that's not even a clean statement, MF comedy, to be honest. I mean, it's MF comedy, but at the same time, it's just my initials. It's creative, so it's Marcel's Flores comedy.
That is true, yeah.
There's two ways to interpret it, but... MF, let's get it. That was MF crazy.
Yeah, it was a good show. I enjoyed that, and then just being able to catch a lot of people there, and it was a good time to show up. I showed up around 4. I showed up around 4-ish.
I showed up around, not gonna lie, I showed up around 1-ish, and then I was there, and then I had a haircut appointment at 2:45. And then I was like, let me go swing around to that, blink, because I was just like, I was like, oh, I'm about to be feeling myself. The only bad part about that was I had haircut on my forehead that I had to clean off. I was like, other than that, yeah, I was good, man. I was good.
Midday waxing, ladies.
Yeah, for real. It was like transition Saturday. People was just like, did you get a haircut? I was like, yeah, had to.
Nice. What time did you get there, Alex?
I think I got there like 10.
That's pretty good. How was it?
To help set up. It was good. I think you guys missed the tacos. Were you guys there when
I totally missed the tacos. By the time I was hungry, there was nothing to eat. Oh
there was a lot of tacos. Wait. They had the tacos cooking outside.
I saw the bakery.
$3.
I saw the baked goods though.
No, I didn't miss that.
Chef Tabasco's.
I purposely missed that. He was like, "How much?" I was like, "How much a taco?" He was like, $3. Missed that. Missed me with that.
4 for $10.
He's all about his prices. Hey, I found a taco truck that have $1.50 taco, so you can get 3 with a $5 bill and still get change back.
Super burrito.
So
for $5.
I have to check that because at the time they were only doing the tacos. They didn't have anything else because it was like late night.
Oh, where was that?
It was over on the AM/PM parking lot. That's by Walgreens and McDonald's.
By Walgreens and
Center
McDonald's?
and Harding. Center and Harding.
Is that
a Walgreens?
Is that the same truck?
There's a Walgreens, a McDonald's, the AM/PM, and then an older home. I guess turned business, was a bridal shop. I don't know what it is now.
You go over there for your tacos.
The Walgreens.
Well, no, I just happened to go. I was really wanting tacos. It's so funny because somebody was mentioning
that. Is that the dude who's always in the 7-Eleven parking lot? Or is that AM/PM, that store right there on where Siren's going this way? Walgreens is here and McDonald's and then the gas station?
Yes.
That's AM/PM?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, don't go to that truck. No.
Oh, why?
The dude is dirty, man.
What
he
you
looks
mean?
dirty. Like,
okay.
Look, yeah. Of course, and then he'll also be outside the outside the Miracle Mile and all that right there. After he's done parking his truck there.
He was very nice, very polite. Yeah.
He'll drive over there for like the midnight spot. So if you can't find him there, go there. But the thing about it is like you'll go up to the truck. Look, I told my friend about. Oh, this is hilarious. Look, me and my friend Molly, we were like miking one night, and then we were looking for a taco truck, so we pulled up on him, and I was like, yeah, there's this taco truck by A&PM, and I was like, let's hit that one, it might be open. But the dude, he's real dirty. Well, I was like, he looks really dirty, like he just looks dirty, like dirty shirt, like his shirt's white, but it's not like white, and then his like face is like my complexion, but it's like he just looks dirty. And then his, all that. So then we get to the taco truck, and we get there, and we order the food, and then we go to the right, and she's like, "That's the guy, huh?" And then I didn't even need to tell her, but she knew, and I was like, "Yes." And then and then she was like, we were like, "Okay."
Did you like the food though?
She was like, "You still want to eat here?" Hold on. She was like, "You still want to eat here?" And I was like, "I don't know. It's up to you." And then we were talking for a little bit, and then she was like. And I was like, that's crazy how you knew it was the guy and I didn't have to tell you. And she was like, I know, he had a booger in his nose.
Oh, my God.
And then I was like, of course we're not going to eat here anymore. That should have been the first thing you said. And then she was like, and then we went to talk to him, like, yeah, no, we forgot our wallet or made up some stuff like that. And then she was like, the booger's not there anymore. Yes. And I was like, man, dude, that dude is disgusting. You have to go to, look, the best one, not the best one,
that's
but.
That's good to know, like, a little late, but that's great to know.
When you do things with food, because I used to work with food a lot, so I know, like the kind of chemistry you want. You want to be cool with the person making your food.
Yes,
because
for sure.
It is a little bit of chemistry. Like, if somebody just slaps something together and just, like, here you go, you can be like, But if somebody's, like, talking to you and
they
even
make it with love.
Yeah, and even telling you have a good day, stuff like that, and being cool with you, like, it'll change the way you feel about that food.
That's that whole comfort of a grandmother or a mother, or that comfort food where they make it with love. And so having that connection is like, making it with love. You have care and concern for the person that you're making it for, because you appreciate the conversation. I just had a really great conversation with the lady in Target yesterday, my cashier, and so she had asked, how my weekend was and what I did. I was like, oh, I really appreciated the conversation. So I had to let her know. I was like, I really appreciate your conversation. So it's nice to be able to have that. So to have that kind of service, oh my gosh, and we get on the whole topic of service.
Oh yeah, we can go there.
Service.
Dude, like working at Chipotle, we strive to have great customer service, especially being a manager.
Shout out, huh?
Yeah, shout out to Chipotle, dude, because even everybody I would say in that management position has real good customer service. They have to, or some type of people skills where they could put on a smile and make you feel good about the food you're about to eat. But no, the taco truck that I go to the most is right there off of Family Dollar on Harding, across the street from El Dorado School. Mm-hmm. And when you go, you want to go and talk to the flamboyant guy in there.
Oh, well, I don't know what time, if they're there, are they there like all hours of the night?
Yeah, I think he says he's there until 12 or 10, something like that, 10, 12, and then all during the day, normal taco truck hours. But like I said, when you go there,
I don't operate normal hours.
That's unfortunate. If
I know, the only it's tough for got flip-flop nocturnal schedule, and nothing's accommodating. I'm starving, people, come on.
There is a
I don't want to keep going to Denny's or something like
taqueria
that.
out north open 24/7. It's
Oh,
cool.
man,
It's
I need
cool.
to find
It's
that
expensive
spot.
though. It's like $10.
I don't care. I need to find that spot. I need to eat, and then not just cooking. I don't want to just cook and make a mess. Sometimes I just want to eat, be ready, and just go to bed.
It's right there off of
ready for
Hammer,
bed and go to bed.
right next to Costco's.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'll have to. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Tour.
Oh, yes, I know what you're talking about. It used to be El Pollo Loco, but it's not El Pollo Loco anymore.
El
It's
Faristo.
like a fountain? No.
It's yellow. El
It's right
Faristo.
right next door to IHOP.
Yep.
Yeah. So because I was thinking like that used to be El Pollo Loco and then something else, and like now it's something else. But
I love taco trucks. I have to stop myself from spending all my money at them.
There's this guy off of Ben Holt right there by Marina Market that used to be there. He'd give you, for like $5, give you like whatever to be in like a burrito and a bowl. And give you like some chips on the side.
oh, that's nice.
So you just have like
Like a taco bowl.
like a taco bowl or something like that. Yeah, it'd work. And then if you have tortillas at home, just make your own little
Your own little tacos. Yeah, that's
it was probably the best thing I get from the taco truck.
Oh, I'll have to try that if I can make it out there.
Do the taco trucks do both?
I don't know where to.
Well,
no, that's the first time I've seen
Chipotle
that.
does if you want both.
Yeah, I do like Chipotle
Extra
bowls.
guac. I'm playing.
Oh, I don't
Guac
like
is
guacamole.
extra. Oh my goodness. Top of the morning to you.
I just wanted to say one thing because I was thinking like when you first jumped in and said good morning to everybody and like you gave us the date, it just reminded me, OMG, it is officially my 1 year mark today that I've been home. I'm so excited.
Oh wow, that's exciting.
Since I've been back from like my last tour, my last duty, and that was my last duty. For military because I'm getting ready to be out. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So yes, today marks 1 year for me. I'm very excited about that.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's nice to be home, getting settled, stabilizing as they call it. It's nice. But anyways, I just had to say that because it just like it made me think about that.
Hey, no problem.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
At all.
Congratulations. We thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you very
appreciate
much.
it.
I appreciate it. So I was wondering, thinking about taco trucks. They need a map like that map. They need a map that has like just pinpoints all the taco trucks
everywhere in like America.
You'd have to get with the taco trucks though, because
they'd want to get on that.
Yeah,
I feel
they'd
like.
want to because then they're helping to put their business out there. So if they create a little taco truck app, like if whoever, if you guys are listening and you want to make an app, create a little taco truck app.
You shouldn't finish that thought.
And give go meet. Well, I don't know how to create apps.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I do, but I'm lazy. That's my thing.
I think I might. It's just I put my energy into so many other things that to me I don't.
App.
I can let somebody else.
Apps.
Yeah, I'll let somebody else.
Let somebody have that.
Yeah, do that. So create a little taco truck app, and then go ahead and just have all the taco truck owners sign up and be part of the app, and then they may just share their location where they are, and each one has a profile, and you can go and look at their profiles or whatnot, and then have a little map with it.
AMPM definitely.
It would work.
I think so.
Probably would not sign up. I just feel like
because then you know which ones to avoid. You'd be like, oh, that one's open, but I know I don't like that one, so I'm not going there.
Yelp, maybe.
I don't trust Yelp because I had a really bad experience with taking my dog to the groomer, and on their wall they had this thing about Yelp was saying how wonderful they were and they won this kind of award. That was like one of the worst places I think I ever took my dog to. She ended up getting fleas.
What? Getting fleas?
Yes.
From there.
Oh, and
did
that
you
cost
take
me,
out a lawsuit?
Not only no, I'm not going to go through all that trouble to, but I was really
patience is key.
I was really upset though because not only did they give her a really choppy job, they gave her fleas, and I told her, they asked, and I said she's allergic to fleas. They had asked about it. I was like, yes, she's allergic to fleas. Even one bite sets her off in a frenzy. Well, come to find out, she ended up getting fleas from this spot, and then I ended up having to take her to the vet to get her started on her medication again, and because she has allergies, and then in order to counteract that particular one, there's certain medicine she has to take, and then a shot in order to stop it. Otherwise, it gets out of control, and just from one flea bite, and then get her cleaned up. Oh, it was.
Where is that place again?
Dare I say it?
To make sure we
don't
go there.
It?
We need to know.
Okay, so it was there are 2 grooming spots over off of Grange and Country Club.
Yeah, no, everybody avoid that.
Yes, the one that's on the side with the donut shop, I recommend you do not take your pets
both of them
there. No, the one on the other side, I did not take her to, the one where the store is, but the one on the side with the donut shop, I took her to, which is where she ended up getting a really bad haircut and getting fleas, which when I told them that she got fleas from there, they tried to say, well, you can bring her back and we'll give her a wash. I'm like, she should never have got fleas from your spot in the first place.
Bring her back, she'd get mange.
She'll get, right. I'm going to bring her back and she's going to get something else, something a lot worse, maybe even more fleas. So no, thank you. And it cost me over $270 something.
What?
To include with the haircut and everything, is probably, the whole thing probably cost me over $300 just to take her in to get a haircut.
That is one thing I do not miss. The vet bills.
Oh man, tell me about it.
Wait, did your dog pass recently or what?
Yeah, I had to put him down about a year ago.
Oh man, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah, that's tough.
But yeah, vet bills could man, just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
$300, $400.
They got to have their heart medicine for heartworms, you know.
If I had a dog, man, at the point in time in my life that I'm at right now, if your little heart went out, I'm sorry, little fella.
It happens, yeah.
You got to go.
Yeah, but yeah, things like that happen.
Or get a part-time job. I'm playing. We gotta get you into puppy modeling or something.
Bring in $1. Shoot.
Well, it is 7:45 on a Monday. Weather looks pretty good. It's 64 degrees right now. High of 94. Tonight to be a low of 64. So mostly clear and sunny today. And that's going to go throughout the week. We'll update that as we go. Right now, 64 degrees. So pretty cool. Still, for what time it is, you still should be heading. If you're heading to work right now, let me give you some information on the traffic. For the most part, everything's going pretty good. I-5 is a little slow and go. Looks like from Hammer all the way down to downtown area. 99 is pretty clear. But everything else in town, pretty good. There's some slow and go over on West Harding headed to I-5. Same with West Park Street. Ben Hope, it's pretty good. Everything looks pretty good right now. Oh, there's some definite stop traffic over on North California Street between East Harding and Park. But everything else, pretty clear right now. So get up and go, get to work on time. Don't let traffic be the reason for your lateness. That is your weather and traffic brought to you by Insoles. If you need them, get them. So, yeah, Summer Wonderland. Good weekend. You guys performed very well. Ronnie. I have to say, when you pulled up, you looked great.
Thank you.
I just thought you were going to do a sermon.
Right?
Stunning.
Yeah. So it was a different feel.
Yes.
And your reasoning behind the different attire?
Because one, in the area that I just felt I wanted to dress up and be a little bit more classy than to, dress down and be a little bit more loose with it, so to speak.
Right.
It was going to be a different crowd, in which I really wanted to represent, who we are as far as like a people, and we're classy people around here. We have great architecture and great potential. We're moving in great directions, and I just wanted to do something a little different, and I wanted to dress up because I don't really do that very often, I guess. I have like business casual wear that I wear to work, and I can dress down sometimes. I can wear jeans, and I can be comfortable when I come here and for most part of the day. But and it's not like I go to church every day where I need to dress up because I'm going somewhere like
right.
that. Or but
well, it worked.
Yeah,
I mean, you had people in the crowd complimenting you, saying that it was a different, especially with your delivery. And
right. It was like
singing.
totally the package you would never, ever expect. And that's kind of like the thing I was like, I'm totally going to throw them off. And I thought it was super cute.
And I think that was that was probably the thing of that event. There was like two other women that performed. One of them was a rapper.
Oh.
Man, I missed both. Missed her.
And did not know that she rapped. So it was another pleasant surprise.
What time did she go on? I totally missed that.
I don't know. I wasn't keeping track of the time.
Next time I will have to.
We're gonna have them both on the show. I talked to them after their performance.
Looking forward to it.
So they're gonna be in the studio. Great, Marcellus.
Thank you so much.
I know you said it was your first time doing clean.
Great time. Yeah.
No, it's not my first time doing clean. It's my first time doing clean for 20 minutes.
For that long.
20 minutes straight. It's not. I done plenty of clean. I did the night that Wednesday before. I did a Wednesday show at Cactus, and that was clean. That was way better because it was just 10 minutes, but it was like pow 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 pow. Except for like let me get y'all back. Let me get y'all back with me, because the crowd was kind of like laugh done, like kind of laughing, nervous, like what are you gonna say next? never seen comedy. Oh, comedy, this is fun. Like people be like, you know, wanting to be shiny, all that stuff. So I kind of got to get it out, and I'm like, give me that laugh.
Yeah, give me that laugh.
Yeah, give me that laugh, and then get back to the next joke quick, or else they're
Gonna be lost.
Yeah, gonna be lost.
I think you probably got some really great shots. I'm looking forward to seeing some of the photography that you.
Yeah, I'll be
did,
posting them later
yeah.
on today on the page.
That's gonna be interesting.
I would have grabbed my camera this morning, but I was running late. Like I told him I had to brush my teeth in here this morning.
Hey, as long as you brushed them.
Yeah.
As long as I got the job done, don't matter what
Yes,
happened.
sir.
I got up. I had to get up early because for my daughter, it's back to school for her. She goes out to Calaveras. So I had to get her out to her bus stop and then get back
No way.
here.
She's going back to school already. What's today's date?
24.
It's going on next month is August.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all these kids going back.
Get the fun
Peace
out now.
Yeah.
Peace. Whew.
I know, huh? Get out the way. No, they'll all be out and about.
So yeah, you came here wide awake then. You had to do that early drive.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
That's
It
gonna
was
be-
a great drive going through those hills over there. Yeah.
Uh,
Highway 26.
This is gonna be a daily thing now.
No, I think it's gonna be a Monday thing. So I get to have her on the weekends,
Mm-hmm.
and then into Monday. So then that's kind of nice. That'll be it. So it's a new part of my regimented schedule and
Mm-hmm.
stabilizing. It's very nice to get started that way.
Okay, nice.
But she's gonna want mom more and more. So of course it's gonna be an everyday thing soon because mom's back. That's mom. You're not.
Mm-hmm.
It's like she gets to hang out with mom. Why wouldn't any girl not want to do that? Get to have both of them. She's been with her dad for a while, and just she's going through different stages in her life. So I think it's crucial to be able to have more time with her.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on.
Oh, I wanted to tell you guys my outfit where I got it, and I
What
asked her to
outfit?
come. So Lilu of the Valley, the owner of the outfit that I sported on stage.
The one you wore.
Yes, my vintage wear. So I really wanted something of that nature. But another friend of mine had told me about her shop and said, "Oh, so he's one of the more, I guess, long-term, been here for a really long time, graffiti artists in the area." Okay. So he, Tease, shout out to Tease. Thank you very much. I appreciated you putting me onto Lilu Valley. And so another artist, Metaphor, he has a lady who she totally just represents the whole vintage look,
Mm-hmm.
So she owns a shop now. And her shop is called Lilu of the Valley. It's over on Acacia and El Dorado. By House of Ice Cream, and it was closed, so I ended up going to the Mama Rama event that was on the Miracle Mile, the same brewing company. But Lilu of Valley is out here.
We need to
you
get
guys want some
a
vintage
picture
wear?
for our viewers.
Any males, females, if you guys are looking to have your vintage gear and you want to bring that back, I recommend Lilu of the Valley. She's over on Acacia and El Dorado. Go check it out. Support local community business. She's a local. She owns it, and she also supports arts and is yeah. Just want to put a shout out to her, and she'll come on the show. I told her she can bring some of her pieces so she can share that with people. So it's cute, guys and girls gear. So and kids too, I think.
All right, nice. We need to get a picture uploaded on the Facebook page so our listeners can see it to Renee, and then post your thoughts on that. Because we just put it out here. She put a lot of work and energy into that.
Did I?
Or no, I mean,
real
you went
spontaneous.
shopping and
Well,
You did
because
the
I just
thing.
wanted something different. I just wanted something.
We're gonna
different.
post. We could post that on our Facebook page, right?
Oh yeah.
Comment underneath. Be like, let her know.
What?
Nothing. Let her know how does it look. I'm gonna post my outfit too. Let me know. I felt like I look good. It's some I had in my closet. You know, just some that was in my closet. Didn't plan to wear it. Kind of was just kind of looking for something to wear, and then it just
as we always
coordinated,
do. I mean,
and then I was
shirtless
like,
or something. But yeah, it might be good to find something.
yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like,
I don't know about the shirtless one. No, that wasn't going through my head, but
it's like, well, you got to be looking for something to wear. He was
but
like,
no, I
was
was
looking
like,
for something to wear.
I found it and it was nice, and yeah, it got me through that day and that night. It was a little hot, but I was all right. I was all right.
Yeah, it was hot. Oh man,
it was hot. Like at first, before you showed up, it was like I had to park far. There was no parking, so I parked like kind of next to the courthouse.
Okay.
And then walked there, and then I was hot, and then Aphex was there. I picked Aphex up.
Aphex, shout out. We're going to be having Aphex on the show Thursday. You guys can check him out. He's a local artist and does music as well.
He's so funny.
And he's funny. Yeah.
He's a comic.
He's cool people. Very cool people. I look forward to sharing his energy with our
Did
listeners.
Did you check out his album?
I was going to be popping it in on the road trip, but then I ended up having other stuff on my mind.
To do. Put that on your to-do list. I'm telling you.
But that would have been perfect for that.
It would have.
Yeah.
It would have. It definitely would have. There's a lot of crazy things that's been going on in Stockton lately. Did we want to go on break before I share some of them?
We could take a break. I don't mind.
Right, listeners. We're going to take a quick break and be back with some of the wildness that's been going on around this world. And break.
Live in the flesh, KXVS Radio, the voice of Stockton, KXVS 92.1.
What's up, Stockton? How's it going? Good morning and welcome back. This is your boy Marcellus. I'm here with Renee and my guy Alex, and we are sitting here chilling. But we want to inform you with some hot topics out here. We just pulled up the CNN app, and there's a lot going on. I'm gonna let Renee bring this one in for y'all. This is crazy. Listen to this.
This one, I don't know if you guys have already seen it. Actually, a friend of mine posted it on Facebook yesterday because she's really big on immigration and everything. So, driver due in court after deaths of 10 migrants from sweltering semi-truck are found. So, in San Antonio, there was a big semi-truck. You know how they have those big old refrigeration trailers and stuff? Well, the refrigeration was out, but inside that trailer was 39 people, 39 immigrants that they smuggled over the border, and the refrigeration was out on it. They, one person from the truck went into a Walmart where it was actually parked at in Bexar County. So went in and asked for some water. When the Walmart worker came out and brought water to him, saw that there was like something going on, went back inside and asked the police to conduct like a welfare check or something. So the police came out, and that's when they discovered all of these people, all the immigrants inside the trailer. And 8 of them were already dead, and so they ended up they cooked, they overheated, they were in there without any kind of air conditioning. It was already 80 degrees outside, can make it 115 degrees inside a trailer like that. There's no airflow, and so these people were just
risking it.
They were choking on. Just dehydration. There's nothing.
Did it say if that was cartel related, or was it people trying to live a better life, like sneak over in? We never know what the reasons are for anybody coming over, and we never know what the reasons are. Whether you want to call it human trafficking, smuggling. That's why I was wondering if they were trafficking,
right? If
people,
they're going to be bringing them over for sweatshops or things of that nature, or if they're coming over for family, or we never know what those reasons are. But glad that we found it because everybody else in that trailer was pretty much in really bad shape. They had to call many different units to come out and get all the people. They went out to 5 different hospitals all around the area. 2 of those were among those hospitalized are 15 years old, but another one who was getting treatment ended up passing away. So there's and then another one, so a total of 10 deaths and a lot of casualties. So they're looking at it as a mass casualty. The driver is now going to court for let's see what they.
Man, yeah, what's that driver getting, dude? What is that?
Yeah,
Does he get caused with 10 deaths?
Yeah. The driver of a tractor trailer turned deli transporter for undocumented migrants is due to face criminal charges in a Texas court Monday in what police are calling a human trafficking crime. So authorities called San Antonio Walmart Sunday morning, where the trailer parked found 8 bodies and 30 undocumented immigrants severely injured from overheating inside. A 9th person later died in hospital, ICE officials said. 39 people were recovered from the trailer, including 1 person who was found in a nearby wooded area. So they said other people had to come by in vehicles and picked up some of the immigrants as well. So they're looking for those people now, because now they will also be facing charges. The U.S. Attorney's officer said the driver, James Matthew Bradley Jr., 60, of Clearwater, Florida, was being held in connection with the incident. Prosecutors plan to file a criminal complaint against Bradley in federal court Monday morning. So basically, all victims of ruthless human smugglers, indifferent to the well-being of their fragile cargo. So it was just a sad situation, what they found, and what people go through for whatever the case may be. But I hope that the rest of those people that were found are getting good care, and that their damage is not so severe that it's irreversible, because overheating and causing your body you end up killing your cells, and once your cells die, it's hard. Some of them grow back, some of them do not. So they could cause severe damage to their body if they've over dehydrated to a point where they were dying off, like parts of their cells were dying off, then that's irreversible damage.
Okay, that is an example of doing too much. Wow. San Antonio.
Doing too much. Oh man. Talk about
San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio's already hot, yes. And so, oh my goodness. Unfortunately, some of them were severely overheated, and that was a refrigerator truck with no refrigeration. My goodness.
I wonder if they were like, hey, look, don't trip. You got all AC. You're going to be running a refrigerator truck. Then, like, 2 hours into the trip, the AC dies, and then...
Man, it's terrible. So he said, so in the fiscal year, they were talking about one of the customs, the police. Okay, so let's just back up a little bit. McManus, who is one of the authorities in this, basically talking about Homeland Security investigations. They launched 2,110 human smuggling investigations in 2016, which was just last year, which resulted in 1,522 criminal convictions. So more than half of what investigations for human smuggling they looked into, or more than half came of something and actually, got criminals.
Discovered or brought to light.
Yeah, and so they also said that during the same year, the Homeland Security investigations, almost 3,000 criminal arrests, and can you get this? Over 3,000 administrative arrests. That means people who are in higher places in administration helping this go down were arrested related to human smuggling operations. Wonder what kind of businesses would be involved in that.
Trucking businesses,
sweatshops, clothing. I know they do that in a lot of places. People where they do like mass production, and they probably want to do on low budget or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, trying to get the upper hand. But
these business people are administrative. They're getting involved in this. That's to me is just amazing. Or maybe they just got caught up in the mix. They didn't even know that people were doing it. But
it is what it is.
Everybody's
so money hungry. That sounds like let me profit. That profit.
So
Everything's about.
We can bring this many people, and we can make this much money out of all the product that they put out, and we only pay this much. We're making much more profit than we are paying. So it's really sad to see human smuggling and human trafficking happening so close to home, and
mixed in with the people that are trying to change their life and get to a different place, and the risk that they're willing to take with their life for that. I mean, it's a whole mixture of unfortunate events and situations that people get involved in or get placed in or get forced in.
Right.
No lie though, if I was we're in Stockton, California, so there are a lot of people who are illegal who just grew up here all their lives. So in a way, it's just like this is all they know. Yeah. So it's kind of like me being illegal. Kind of same thing. The only fact is that I have my parents are legal, and I was born here and all that good stuff. Besides that, we're the same type of people. We grew up here the whole time. This is all we knew. No, so if I was an illegal immigrant like that, and then I got deported, I'd probably find my way onto one of those.
Right, because you're trying to get back home to what you know. Yeah. And just people are people. They're just trying to live their life wherever that land may be that they've decided to settle down on, because that's where it was comfortable. That's what worked for them. I mean, it's just you have all these imaginary borders that we call them state lines, county lines. All these borders that people put into place and draw maps to say, like, from this landmark to this landmark, I'm gonna claim that spot, and you're supposed to be here or you're not supposed to be here, or you owe me money for being here, or you got to do this for me if you're gonna be here, whatever the case may be. But just people be people,
yeah, why can't we all just get along, live together, live beautifully happy? Like, remember the natives?
That's the way. Hey, that's
Oh.
the way of life.
No, I'm playing. Even the natives fight with each other against land and everything. It is the way. It is the way. How can we make? Okay, come on, viewers. Time to our listeners. Time to message us
We know
on
there's
Facebook.
no perfect utopia. However,
Let us know what y'all think.
the way to
How can we
be more peaceful.
more peaceful, all together in one? How
We'd
can
love
we do
to hear
that?
from you guys. I mean, you can call in 209-944-5987. You can text us. If you guys have our number, you can find us on Facebook and messenger us. If you have comments about that, you can go to 209-SHINE. Rise and Shine 209 on Facebook. And you can,
you butchered that one.
I have a song called 209 Shine. I was like, wait a minute.
Trying to promote yourself. You could 209
we promote
Shine.
ourselves. So. So Rise and Shine 209 on Facebook. You guys can leave your comments. Maybe actually we should leave that question for them.
Go ahead, leave it on the page. You know what? By the way, I just want to congratulate you today because you're keeping it low today. So
Is that what?
you're keeping it low.
Okay,
Yeah.
I know. I'm
Good
not
job. Good job. We haven't maybe because I'm a little tired first off, but we haven't really been like up there.
Thank goodness.
Dustin was like,
Decimals have been reduced.
yeah, man, and anything we could do to try to help that out. I feel like I have a calm radio voice right now. Maybe I should keep this. Y'all like this?
Nice,
Yeah.
right?
Y'all like that? Like, hey, viewers, how are we doing?
Like Alex.
Hey, no,
Hey, he's like, I got that.
Call in to Marcellus's private line.
I can't be
man.
all high pitched.
Call into the private line 3 to 4. He will be doing this voice all day, but it's an hour charge. I'm gonna charge $50 an hour. That sound good? Here, this voice, not this one. This one. This is just.
I'm still finishing.
This is corny. This is corny. This one though.
Have
This
another
is the
donut. Have
morning.
another donut. Maybe.
This is the morning voice coming at you with the KXVX radio squad. Okay, look. This is the morning team. Morning team. Okay, look. We're gonna go from here.
We're gonna do our horoscopes because it's moving into Leo's energy, and today just might be the first day of Leo.
We couldn't tell or not.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
My birthday is coming up next month in August, but we are entering the Leo's signs. So, Leos, here we go. That ordinarily charming way you have with words will be even more lethal now, so you should definitely be careful about flinging those casual comments around. You might think you're kidding around, not really flirting, just teasing a little, but to them, you may be the best thing that's come their way since ice cream. Think before you speak, even if you're just being nice. The stuff you're putting out is easier to turn on than to shut off.
That ain't that true.
What?
It's saying that was Leo?
Yeah.
Yeah, Leos are teasing out here. Y'all better stop it, man. Because
y'all
you're the best
teasing?
thing since ice cream. So, come on now.
That's what y'all do?
What?
Tease.
Do we?
Do you?
I don't know. Leos,
No,
do
he's
we tease?
asking-
I think we're genuinely just
Look, she's
happy to be
diverting
out
this
there.
to the viewer, to the listeners. No, this is
Because
about
I'm not the
you.
only Leo in the world. I cannot answer that
You're
question
representing
for Leos.
Okay.
Leos.
When you're saying,
Represent the
like,
Leos.
You can
I
be the
represent-
representative right now. since
Okay,
you're
I
the only
represent
one
the
in
Leos, but I only still represent only a portion because then you have the
All
different
right.
factors that go. Because I'm
All
female,
right.
I'm not one of those
We
male
see the way
Leos.
this is going. Yeah, I'm really you're slick, eh?
So, answer the question.
What's the question again? Am I?
The tease.
Is that
Didn't we have?
Are
a
you
conversation-
turning red?
Didn't we have a conversation about that once upon a time?
No, but it's
where we
saying-
were talking about how we do like to flirt. People like to flirt.
This has nothing to do with flirting. This has
Okay, what's
to do with
okay?
teasing.
I think
Teasing
that's the
as
difference.
okay. Does teasing
You are a
leading only to one
grown
thing,
woman.
or teasing leading to multiple things? Like teasing meaning only to like sexual encounters?
No, teasing
What?
anything.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
We had this conversation already. We had a Marcellus's
Why are you
rant,
looking at
and
me
I was
like
like,
that?
"Look, I don't like when girls tease." And then we went on.
Well, I
okay, so
remember.
this is what with teasing would be like. This is what it's saying for Leos to stop. Okay, can you reread it so our listeners, so I could detect everything? Watch. I'll say stop once it says something real. Watch.
Oh,
this.
I was on Aquarius. I have to go back to Leo.
Wait.
You want to read Aquarius? We could because we're on Aquarius right now.
No, I'm gonna forget my train of
Let's
thought.
just move on to Aquarius because
Oh no! Come on,
starting as soon as today. What?
come on. We're gonna Chris.
Okay, let's go Aquarius.
We know what you was Leos. Now tomorrow's gonna be like, Don't divert the questions. Answer them all. Answer 'em.
Like she had a shield on her or something. Like,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ching.
Flirting. Oh my god.
Like Captain
Oh,
America's shield.
Aquarius, you've been meeting some really interesting people lately for the last 2 months, in fact. And that role you're on isn't going anywhere just yet. Someone who's recently been introduced to you by a friend may turn out to play a major part in your life starting as soon as today. You may end up traveling with them, taking a class together, or joining a group you've been curious about. Do something different.
I like mine. Mine's like, you know, this
Good
mine's
things are
like
happening.
potential. You know, that's all I heard out, that potential for a lot of things. So boom.
Maybe somebody you met at
somebody just met.
at the
Yeah.
Summer Wonderland.
Yeah. Just may catch. Yeah, you guys may end up doing a few things together.
Yeah.
It's very possible. It said
Building
within
a
the last 2 months.
Let's see what Virgo has in store. Okay.
Get up, go do something.
Get up, do something different.
Man, get out the house.
That song.
Can't say
That song has popped in my head. Get up. Get up, get out. Okay.
That song. What song is that?
No, I'm going to move along to go to Virgo because we have other things to get
That
to.
song. I'm sorry. You just said that
Get
song.
up, get out, and get something. I'll find it for you.
What is
and
that?
What
play
you
it.
talking about?
Rick James? I mean,
No, let me find this for him.
no. What's the other dude? Oh no,
Okay.
that's what I thought. Yeah, Rick James.
Virgo. Did you wake up in the mood to spend some money on either your home or your family? Well, whether you're redecorating, adding a room or a wing, or just planning a surprise for a dear one, you'll want to do it up right. That's fine. But don't spend what you can't afford. Remember, it's the thought behind what you do, not the price tag, that counts. You can make a place beautiful or a moment special without breaking the bank.
Meh. See?
You like
You're
to
not
spend
gonna be
money.
changing your environment, maybe?
Yeah, I do. I like changing my environment. I like
Right.
variety.
Yes.
I like variety.
So you're gonna be
and I
changing
like
something.
doing stuff for other people. I said man because now I'm back. Now my horoscopes seem like they're going back to the normal mess. I should have jumped out there for that week where it was like, hey,
Oh, yeah.
You
For
should've.
some
you go
romance.
outside,
You should
You might
have.
meet
you
somebody.
might see somebody.
You should have.
But hey, this is what we do.
Now you're going back to.
Like,
Now
I'll
you're
go clean
going back
something.
to. Don't get those curtains. Get these curtains.
Right?
Stay inside with your
Let
Brooks.
me edit my picture.
I'm going to add Aries to this mix. I don't know who are Aries out there,
Beautiful.
but
Yep.
Aries, still chatting away, dashing around and having fun? Bet you are. The good news is that it's officially time to play. Now you can do it with a clear conscience. Get yourself dressed, get out there, and enjoy the company of dear ones you haven't seen in far too long. With the heavens as full as they are of spontaneous, impetuous energies, you'd better not take the night off. What if you'd missed something?
Man, dude, my ex is an Aries, and she texted me back last night. Or she didn't text me back, but she hit me up, and it was just like, what?
Aw.
I didn't respond, but it was like, what? I was nervous. I didn't know what to say.
Oh, okay. Why would that make you nervous? I asked this because somebody else has told
I
me
guess
that.
it was just like a lot of.
I'm like, why?
It was
why?
like a lot of things that just surfaced. Like what?
Like, do you want to
Like, you said,
go and
feelings?
feel those emotions again or something?
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't want to. And
Mm-hmm.
then my thing is, if I start texting her like, "How are you doing?" Like, "I miss you," like this and that,
Ooh-wee.
I might start having feelings, and then it's like I don't even want to.
You're gonna have-
I don't
like,
even
it's a
want
whole mess you gotta get out of again,
Tap
huh?
into
I know,
that
that's
side.
right.
So I was like, how I'm feeling right now about my life and like what I'm worrying about at the moment and I'm living. Like,
yeah. It's like you don't want
I
to
don't
even
want to
like
mix that.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah.
let me get this right and then
right.
that. I don't want to hop into both and just be like and be feeling stuff while I'm going through stuff.
Right, right.
You know.
Yeah. That's. I hear what you're saying about that, but that's
So
why
I
I
just
had
left
to
it
ask.
alone. I didn't know what to say. I was like, oh man, I wasn't ready to say nothing. So I was like,
And you just may not ever say anything.
I'm not gonna be rude. I'm gonna be like,
I'm not gonna be rude.
yeah, I don't want to be rude.
I'll just keep it on the side.
I'd hate for her to.
It's just that string. I'll keep along.
I'd hate for her to be like in my head to be like, hey, that's.
So
you know,
it was
Marcellus
a
is
mutual breakup then.
Yeah, it was
Oh, okay,
definitely
that's
like
good
we're
then.
cool.
Oh, yeah, that
we're
works
cool
then.
and all that. We're not like we don't hate each other and
That's
nothing like
good.
that. We just realize, hey, look, we not gonna like we both realize that. So But I could tell we both dearly miss each other because we, all the past and whatever. But I'm
Having
not.
all those great
I'm not
memories to
ready
recall
to
upon.
do all that, so I didn't text her back. But eventually, I will probably maybe hey, how you doing? Because I don't want her.
She's probably listening. He might.
I doubt it. I don't want her to read that or to see that I didn't hit her back and be like, F him, like what? Like, and then just have that feeling on her.
You're just
like,
not
F
ready
him.
to respond to that energy yet.
I don't want her to be like, F him, just be like, woo, woo, woo. Not even that I don't want to respond. It's just like,
I'm like, why not?
I have no idea. Look, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. No, I
Me
mean,
and Alex are like not buying it.
what? There's something there?
I think there's a struggle
Yeah,
going inside
I think you just.
There's a what?
You want to rekindle that flame. It just sounds like.
But
No,
he doesn't.
no,
He
I
wants
do- I
to, but he
definitely-
doesn't.
But he doesn't, right? He knows
Right.
that it's not the right thing. It's like the whole bittersweet thing.
Like, he wants-
my
I already
bitter-
know.
it's like
I
my
already know
bittersweet.
what what'll
It's like
happen
you
if
know
I
you got
if I
great memories,
do.
but
It'll
if you
be
do, it'll be a
same.
mess.
It'd be or
it'd be a
like
mess.
what I don't like is like the being in okay. This is why I do not like being in a relationship because when you're in one, the feelings that the other person can make you feel, you. Naturally, being jealous is something that will naturally happen. It should happen eventually.
A little bit,
Yeah.
No matter if you're really jealous
It's healthy.
or a
There's a
little
healthy
jealous,
level.
it'll eventually happen. So that's a feeling you may have at some point in time in your relationship. Agreeing to things is something you should have in a compromise. Yeah, that's something.
Yeah.
These are things that a relationship
Being responsible
qualities.
for somebody's emotions.
Exactly. Being
Because you respect the other person.
exactly,
Able to
and
incorporate them in your life.
you don't want to make them look dumb. So you gotta watch about what you do, what you say.
Right. That is so true.
One of the things
Oh my
when I was
gosh.
a comic, like I would write jokes about like relationships. I'd be like, you ever see a girl and just fall in love with her at first sight? Like,
Does that really happen?
to me all the time, all the time. I could walk, dude. Oh my goodness.
all the time. That's hilarious.
I'd be like, oh my god. Wait, I'm already in love. Oh yeah. Like, but little stuff like that. So it was just like I had to censor myself in order to not make her look dumb, or just stuff. You just have to think of more than yourself, and I'm not ready to do all that. Yeah, I know I'm not. So therefore, being in a relationship would be so stressful because I'd have to watch what I do, watch what I say, watch. What I'm saying? Hit somebody. Oh, this is what I'm doing. This is where I'm at. I'll be on later. Oh, where you at? None.
And that sounds good, but I mean, when you really think about it, if you really want to be with the person, it wouldn't be.
It doesn't matter,
wouldn't
yeah,
be that
because
big
you're
a
like,
deal.
I just want to give him a heads up really
think-
quickly because I'm gonna go do this really quickly, and even though like we're gonna meet up or I may be expected to be home at like 5:00 because I get off at 4 whatever. I'm just gonna go do this real quickly, so it's kind of allowing the other person to not worry. So you're easing their mind by being able to let them know like, hey,
Yeah,
this is what I'm
and
doing.
that's
This is where
fine.
I'm at.
I think
There's a lot of
maybe-
people don't think like that though.
For you, maybe you enjoy being single and the freedom that
The
comes with-
freedom.
Getting
Yeah.
all that eye
Freedom.
candy.
Freedom of-
Not even the.
Not
even-
I'm not saying like, oh, I can just go talk to anybody, but just having the freedom of just being with yourself and being able to do things without having to do all
Answer
those
to
extra,
somebody.
extra things.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. At this moment in my life, yeah, that's why I need that. So, because I'm trying to get so much done, and then if it came her, it'd be like, okay, how could we do this so where I can still do my comedy and do
Right.
everything
Yeah.
I want to do, but still we can have our okay, this is where we'll have our us time. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're in a relationship, you have to worry about stuff like that, us time.
Yeah.
Like me in my head, I'm like I'm kicking and doing things, and I could be
whole song bittersweet.
I
right
could
there.
be running around doing stuff all the time, and I'm fine with that. But then to her, it's like, hey, when are we gonna have time for us? And then it's like, oh, now I have
right?
to,
Like
now I have to
I
like
gotta schedule. I got
reschedule
stuff to
like
do.
a thing.
Like I give you my
and,
time when I got it.
So it's a lot into it.
Hey, I know
It's
exactly
a
what he's
lot
talking about.
into it.
It's not.
So no matter how much I want to do that or not, and then it's a lot of emotion. Like if I do it, she stays in Miami right now. So if I do it, like
Oh, and it's a long distance relationship.
it would be at that.
Ooh.
At
I think
that
it would
point.
be easier if you really have like serious feelings.
No, but the thing about
just
it,
to tell her how you feel. Like, hey, I don't want to be with you, but maybe
down the
Something.
road.
No, I
Road.
don't. I mean, we both have, like, hey, if it works out, it works out.
No,
But
we
I don't
do.
even want to do that because even doing that, it leaves me emotionally like
Vulnerable.
and that's why.
And
I
then
don't-
you'll be worrying about her all the time.
and that's why I
instead of
don't like
focusing
when
on
we're
what
not
you got
together.
going on.
I don't
You
give
get
up
focused.
what you're
Yeah.
doing. Like I don't care. Like,
so now, I get
but
it.
if
Right.
we're
Are you a jealous
if I
person?
start becoming emotionally attached,
you
it's
start
not,
thinking about
It's
it.
like a possession.
Yeah, it's
not
like-
a
Yeah.
possession, but it's like you need to have
not
more
that
than,
I'm a jealous person, but naturally thoughts come in my head, and it's like, why do I even want to be thinking? Like, you
Yeah.
know, why do I even want to
Make yourself crazy for nothing.
make myself crazy? Yeah, why do I want to bring that into my life where I'm thinking about a girl all the time like that?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Hey,
like
live
that
life.
that
Live
love
life.
feeling or that loving, like being lovey dovey and all that. It's a feeling, and when you're in love, head over heels, you're head over heels. So I don't want to be like that no more. I want to focus, because when you're head over, you be doing
He's
stuff
like,
like,
I don't
yeah, I'll
wanna be
skip
like
this
that no
show. Oh, let me hit. You know what I'm saying? You start. Nah, I need to be clear, focused. I don't want to, like, I'd probably be on the show thing right now, like, oh, what's she doing? Let me text her after the show. You know what I'm saying? I don't need all that in my head at the moment. I don't need.
I will say though, real ones don't come around too often, and regardless of when you have one, you should seize the opportunity. And this is coming from somebody that has a little bit more experience and has done the things like, oh, you know, I don't want to deal with that right now. My whole thing is, I used to say, I don't want to be responsible for nobody's emotions. I don't have to deal with that. When I want to be cool and chill, I want to be cool and chill. I don't want to have you coming over here and I have to deal with that. So
Right,
that
right.
was the longest I don't have to be responsible for that. So I pushed people away, thinking, oh, you know, I could get somebody that's that cool and that cool.
Yeah,
we
you
vibe
could
that
get
easy.
somebody-
but it doesn't happen like that.
because everybody emotes.
Yeah.
Everybody emotes, and everybody needs to have those discussions with their partner, whether you are one to communicate like that or not. It's part of being in a relationship. You are having to communicate. You have to express your feelings. You have to like have those talks of like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm feeling this way, and like because sometimes people are reacting to what's outside of them, which is you, or for them might be me or whatever, somebody else. And so, yeah, I can see why you just if you're pushing people away, because you just don't want to deal with it. But perspective, experience.
I mean, sometimes I do miss it, but there's things that I could look back in a relationship like, if that happened again right now, but I don't know. I'm not going back through all that.
There's
Like,
one
I'm
thing,
not
I
going
think
back.
a quote that I had come across sometime.
I'm gonna have to wait.
Or some kind of quote or a paraphrase, that basically it's when you have all that mess, it's like you remember the things that are the reasons that you left them. Because when you start to miss them in the moments of being lonely and you're by yourself and you want that companionship, whatever the case may be, you start to think about all the positive things and all the wonderful memories that'll bring you back together. But you left them for a reason. So if you just remember what it was why you left them, you'll calm yourself and free
that's what
yourself from all that
happens.
stress, from all the stress and type of feeling that you don't want. So that's kind of what helps keep me.
Yeah, and that's what
This is
happens.
why-
And at the end of the day,
It'll outweigh the good outweighs the bad right now. So I'm gonna stay with them.
at the end of the day, I realized like me and her were awesome friends. Like
Oh, that's nice.
awesome.
Friends,
Like
friends
dude,
first.
we
Always.
was like we would turn up together. We would go out party. When she was stayed here with me and my gramps, we go to the hideout together and like what I'm saying, we'd go everywhere together. She'd come to my shows like.
Good support system.
Yeah,
she sounds like a good one, but I don't
we
know
would
what separated you,
turn
but still.
up, like straight up.
But she sounds like a good person in your life.
There will be more to come.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like,
Looking forward to
I'm
hearing
playing.
it. Looking
There'll
forward
be
to
more to
hearing about
come.
it.
The line is long.
Right. Well, really quickly, I just want to go ahead and give this daily quote for everybody.
Okay.
And it is by Boris Becker. And he says, I love the winning. I can take the losing. But most of all, I love to play. And that's kind of, I think, where the whole do what you love to do and the money will come. Because you just feel like you're playing because you're enjoying what you're doing.
True.
I think. So I love the winning. I can take the losing. But most of all, I love to play. So whatever that game may be.
You know what? I'm sorry. That's true, but it's not true. Some people are just gonna lose, and I'm okay with that. And they should be okay too, as long as they love to play. I'm sorry.
No,
Just to be real,
no,
some
no.
people are gonna
No.
lose a lot.
No.
Like you
Yeah,
are
but
gonna
you-
lose a
you-
lot.
you-
But as long as you're loving to play, you're winning at the end of the day.
Okay, I can
Yeah.
see that perspective.
Yeah.
I can see that perspective.
I've been doing a lot of different things.
But the winning is just something that it's a different kind
They're
of
already
feeling.
winning.
It's a different kind of feeling. It's like what, the challenges and like goal that you hit. So it's kind of like when you're playing a game, you have the challenge and the goal is to win. So when you hit that goal, when anybody hits a goal, you're winning. But, if you constantly fail or fall short of a goal or whatever it is that you're getting, you're not, winning, whatever you want to say.
Is winning.
It's like you can't just keep
It's
taking
just
the losing,
one.
taking the losing, taking the losing. But I guess if people just really love just to play, they really, I guess, wouldn't.
Then they're
care.
winning. Yeah, then they're winning.
I get it.
And plus,
I can
even
feel
when
that. I
you
can feel
lost,
that.
even when
that
you
feels
lost,
right. That feels
you got
right.
better. Like even when I don't
That's
have
true.
a good
The
set, like
training.
I ain't have a good set for some reason, so I got better. So I'm winning in the long run, but I just didn't win. That's why I say, yeah.
Well, I like to hit my goals too. So I like to hit my goals, and I like Boris Becker. I can take the losing once in a while, but
I don't like taking loss, man.
I can take it. Not
I'm
saying that
so
I like it, but I
competitive.
can take it. But
I will-
I'll just keep
Yeah,
on
you took a
moving,
loss
so-
the other night in dominoes. Yep.
Yeah, that's all right though.
Took that L. I took that W. Like I said, some people won't win.
Everybody-
You got your winners.
everybody-
And you got your losers.
Everybody almost took a loss when y'all wanted to just automatically stop the game
Yeah,
before
I
we
did.
even finished
'cause
it.
your friend-
So I don't even care who won that game. The fact that we even got to finish the game was like
Okay,
the thing for
you
me.
won on decision making.
I was like,
You
yo.
won on decision making.
Thank you. But yeah, no, it was a good game, right? It was a good game.
It was, man. We need to run that back.
Yeah. We'll be playing some more dominoes.
Okay. As it is. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. Before we do, give you this life instruction. The best sentences in a novel are usually the first and the last. I guess because...
They gotta capture your attention
that's right. Oh, she
and
beat
keep
me
you
to it.
keep you wanting more.
Yeah, she beat me to it. You agree?
Yeah.
He agrees. Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
He agrees, just because he agrees. This is KXVS Morning Show, Rise and Shine 209. We'll be back after this, 8:35 on a Monday.
Peace.
The voice of Stockton. Gotta clear my throat for this.
What's up, everybody? This your boy Marcellus, and we're back from break. I'm with my co-host Alex and Ronnie.
What's up, you guys?
And you know what? I was gonna go ahead with Marcellus's rant, but the only thing I could rant about right now is just teasing women. And we're not gonna do that one right now because we have one next to us right now today. It's Ronnie. So I'm not gonna put her on blast at the moment.
What were you gonna talk about? Women
teasing women. Yep, teasing
How
women.
you tease women?
Leos, and more.
How women tease?
Yep.
How they
more
go?
specifically, Leos.
Oh well, I would probably flirt with you in a different way than somebody else would.
No, we're not talking about flirting. See, you're on a whole different subject.
Okay,
Is my mic on?
That's what you guys were talking about earlier.
your
You just
mic
said
is on.
flirting.
Okay. Oh, my earphones wasn't plugged in. But no, we were teasing, Ronnie. Teasing is not flirting.
Playful banter.
Teasing would be like leading on, correct?
Yes. That's what
Oh man, I would only
That's the
tease
first definition that I
my
got.
significant other or somebody who is.
Oh, so that's even worse. You
I
would tease somebody you're dating.
No,
Oh.
I would tease somebody, that I
Women,
am going to be
women.
with, but I'll probably eventually be with them if I'm teasing them.
Right. Well, if you're with somebody, you're teasing.
Okay,
There's gonna
that's
be-
not
Right,
that's not
yeah.
teasing though. If you're
It
gonna
is
be
teasing
with them,
because you can lead to a certain
Well,
point.
it's-
You don't have to do anything
Keeping the
until.
passion going.
that's
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
But that's different than what he's saying.
yeah teasing.
think-
Oh,
yeah,
I
in
don't
this
generally.
sentence,
I don't tease
Yeah.
just to generally
teasing
tease.
to get
nothing
to get
to
to
be
get
a
somebody
tease.
to
Just
treat
to be
you
a
one way.
tease.
To be
get
a tease.
get
No,
certain-
yeah, just to be a tease. I don't do that.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's awful.
Because that's just rude.
Yeah, but if you're teasing up to the
then you get
situation, that's not teasing.
Then you
That's
get girls that
flirting.
do this. They tease and they expect like they can just go off and tease and not have a reaction. The men are gonna have a reaction because what you're giving them is a vibe that says, I'm teasing you, I want you. So they're gonna give you something back. So don't expect that you're not gonna get something and turn around and be like, like who you talking to? Who you live? Girl, you just gave him the look. You just like winked your eye at
Gave
that.
him the look.
You just blew a little kiss at. That you just flipped your hair. You know that you just did something, that you teased them. You were letting them know that I'm looking at you. I'm letting you know, like, hey, let's probably go talk or something like that.
Probably go talk or something like
I
that.
don't know. You got to get started somewhere. I don't know.
Probably go talk. That's funny.
So,
Oh man, well that's was Marcellus's rant just off the teasing. I was just messing with Ronnie earlier.
some girls like to do it though.
because she ducked that question.
Some girls like to do it.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah,
They do it
But
just
there-
for the fun of it.
there's some married women out there who are professional teasers, and the
Ooh-wee.
reason. What is that? Is that cow? Got milk? No, there are some women out there who are professional teasers because they feel like during the this is what I'm guessing, Ronnie. Stop me at any point if you feel like you can relate to these women any more than I can. But
I'm hoping I can.
I'm guessing that they're just in a relationship, the same guy all the time. So they like to have a little bit of fun, but they don't like to go all the way. But they like to tease all the way to the point where
Their relationship must be pretty bad
obviously
for them to even like look outside the box like that and like not to respect what they already have or to appreciate what they already have and go outside the box like that. They must not be happy. They must really be looking for a way out and or on their way or on their way out.
Maybe sometimes it's just like that. Maybe the husband's not making them feel pretty or this or that.
That happens all the time. I
and
know
they
people
have a lot
who
of
tell me these things
kids.
all the time.
Yeah,
It happens to
and-
them all the time. And yeah.
And then they just find somebody who's going, oh, you think I'm pretty? Oh my goodness, and then just tease the mess out of you, or some even
Low
further.
self-esteem, so it gives them a way of
Yeah.
feeling better
Not
about
even. The
themselves.
thing about
Leaves
older
them open. It leaves them
women
open for
with there's some out there like drop dead gorgeous,
but have
but-
heck of low self-esteem.
but have a couple kids, maybe 3, and just aren't getting too much attention. Think they're gonna die alone, stuff like that.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, man, could make them cross that.
Desperate. That's called desperation.
But it's crazy though because, I don't know. So let me just say this for all those women out there who are doing that. Y'all are beautiful. Y'all are strong. Y'all just need to stick in there because I guarantee a young man like me would sweep you off your feet. I'm playing. No, not me personally.
Well, you never know. Let's see. Mariah Carey had Nick Cannon. You had Demi Moore, who had Ashton Kutcher, and they were like half their age.
Yeah, so you never
know.
You never know. But no, y'all are gorgeous. Stop that stuff, man. Because we see that you're gorgeous, but don't be too thirsty or too nothing. None of that.
Too
stuff.
dry or too thirsty. You got to be midway. Be halfway.
Yeah.
You know?
Come on, don't throw yourself out there like that. And if you're married, stop throwing yourself out there like that. Period. Stop giving that vibe just because you. I don't know. It's just kind of. It's flattering, but at the same time, very distracting and disappointing.
And disappointing. Because when you find out, you're just like, dang,
you're married?
Dang,
like, wow.
You're married, like, if I was even to try to be with you, this is something I might have to deal with. Like,
And guys do it
yeah,
too. We're sitting here saying
you're
just
definitely
women.
going to have to deal with
I think we have to sit here and say that it's not only women that do it. There are men out there that play this dumb game as well.
Men would do that just to do it, though.
Just to get something.
Yeah,
I mean,
men would do that young with no kids. Like, men just...
No, it's a wide range of ages that do it. I mean, you can turn on Judge Mathis and see it.
And tease?
Just to get something. You tease them because you know they like you, so you give them just enough.
it reminds me of
as long as you're still getting something.
That some guy, he was on like one of those shows, and he was there because he had like 26
That's
kids.
funny.
He had 26 kids, and then one other person was just like trying to figure out why she couldn't get anything from him. The fool couldn't have no job, but then he probably would tease, going around teasing all these women, and then seeing that he could get into these vulnerable ass girls' heads, and then like, oh, I'm gonna play on this weakness, I'm gonna play on that weakness, I'm gonna play on this weakness. Like, oh, she got low self-esteem, or
That's
she this,
awful.
she that, and so then ends up knocking him up, and now he's got 26 kids.
That's terrible, man. When you're purposely going out there and playing off especially if it's like whatever the case is, obviously that you're using to manipulate a person.
Right.
That's the worst type of
Manipulative
person. Yeah,
person.
that's the worst type of person. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie.
And especially, I have to say, especially for a man, though, especially because if you're using a female at that to like try to mooch off or try to be taken care of, and it's like, what do you bring into the table? You know what I mean? It's like, okay, you want to play on a weakness or what you think might be a weakness, and then all of a sudden she's taking care of you, or all like, you're content, and then you're spending her money on some other girl.
Using it as in like if she has if you think she has a big nose and she obviously thinks that, and she's like, oh, I hate my nose, you're just like, oh, I love it, to use her, just to be like,
yeah, like I love that honker.
Yeah, I love that.
That honker's great. Right?
I love that elephant trunk. No, but if you did that to basically use her for whatever reason, that's awful. But if you really love her weird nose,
might have a nose fetish. Might be really in love with her nose.
That's actually awesome. If you love her nose that she doesn't love about herself, that's awesome. But if you're just saying that you love it, to use her, that's mean, man.
That's pretty messed up.
That's it. That is, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You know, it's funny. I'm not even gonna go there right there.
No, please do share.
Okay, so there's
big nosy friends that you.
Not
I'm playing.
a big nose. Okay, so I had an ex that had big ears. I really like his big ears, but my family has big ears. Like a lot of the guys in my family got big ears.
Your
You're
dad?
talking about the big noses, but like for girls, they might like things too. But I really genuinely he hated his ears, and I'm just like, but I like your ears. They're. It doesn't matter to me because like my family, a lot of the guys in my family have like big ears too. So to me, it's like it's a normal thing, right?
Dumbo,
right. And so like you get those kind of names, and people like have these insecurities and just like, oh, they hate certain parts about themselves.
Call him Dumbo.
Well, but like you're saying, like she might hate her nose because she has like all these insecurities. She might have been teased about it. So other aspects, men might have the same thing, but it's just like. It just cracks me up because there was like a person who had an insecurity about that, and I was just like, no, I actually like your ears.
Right, girl.
It was kind of funny. And he couldn't believe it. I was like, okay, it is what it is. I don't know what to tell you.
To each his own, right?
Yeah,
it's like girls coming up to me.
Things.
Oh, I like your little shortness.
Yeah.
Oh, look how cute you
You're
are.
fun size.
You are so cute. Can I put you in my purse? Can I bring you with me everywhere?
Oh man, right?
Wow.
The crazy part about the old women who be saying that really have purses that big. I was like, I could live in there.
What you got in there?
Breakfast Club purse.
You have to rub it on
You
the
got
side and jump out.
room for rent in there?
You got all your laundry in there. You got a whole bath towel. Some big old tube of lotion.
They got a family of deportees in there. I'm like,
Oh.
no AC.
Too soon.
No AC.
Oh, no.
Oh,
We're
man.
making that a laughing joke, but that really just happened, y'all. No, we're not laughing at that situation, but
hilarious.
he's a comedian, so he's going to make it.
Callback. Well, you know,
Right.
Move on from that one.
moving on.
You know, I had a couple hashtags, but we've been talking about dating, and it reminded me of something that my cousin said the other day. He had a buddy that was complaining. They were out. He had a show. My cousin had a show, and then after they were hanging out at the bar, she's an attractive woman.
Yes. Your cousin?
His friend. So he goes over and
Okay.
starts talking to her and asked her for her number. The girl got all offended and was like, "Oh, why are you acting so thirsty?"
How he asked, though?
Just regular. Hey, how you doing? My name.
And what'd
Something
she
like that.
say?
Just
She came at him the wrong way.
What?
That's oh well. Oh well, walk away.
Wait, what did she say?
Why you
Why
acting,
you
so,
acting
thirsty?
so thirsty?
Off top?
Yeah.
Off
And
top.
this is like the third time I've heard this happen. My cousin's had it happen just being out in the streets.
Okay, wait. He went to somebody and just, what did he say to her? Just off
I know,
top?
just like a normal hi, how you doing? Or, you know, whatever you do to talk to a girl, not with the, you know, the.
Bro, he did not come correct.
Did
That's
he?
so
So
normal.
in the first,
Wait a minute,
was it in
it
the
was-
first?
He did not come
How
correct.
did he come? Like, did he have casual conversation with her first? Or
That's
did
how
he
you
just-
gotta do it.
I don't know.
You
I
gotta
don't,
get
I don't know
on.
the whole story.
So what it
Right,
sounds like is he didn't come correct. I'm sorry, he
Yeah.
didn't say it the right way. He didn't approach her the
Or
right.
maybe
It's-
it depends
I don't
because we don't know the
Something
full.
did not
side
click.
of it.
Look, I'm gonna let you know right here.
Okay.
Rane will be the person, and I go up to Rane. Okay, so
Okay, two
where was
different
this at?
approaches.
Where was this? Where was this at?
It was at a show.
Okay,
A
at
comedy
an
show?
event.
No,
at
no,
an
it
event.
was at an event.
So it was loud
An
music
event,
going
yeah.
on.
People are mingling.
There was loud. It was kind of laid back here by the bar.
Mhm.
You could hear.
And he
people
just
having
walked up
conversations.
on her.
Well, yeah.
Cool. Okay. Let me see where this is going. So if she's super pretty already, she's, you know what I'm saying, she probably gets this so often.
Feeling herself. She knows it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so he walks up on her, and then, you know, I don't know how. First off, you have to grab her attention because she's not focusing on you unless y'all were staring each other down. So
Right.
unless y'all were like staring each other. Like, oh, vibe, like, you know, locked
oh,
eyes a
I
few
see.
times and you came over there. Now you're already introduced, not maybe wordly, but you introduced yourselves as in, look, we
Right.
noticed
I
each
see
other.
your energy.
I don't
Like-
think he just came out of nowhere like, "Hey."
No.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have, and then when you get up to her, it can't just be like, hey,
Yeah, because
you can't just get up to her and be
they
like,
could have been flashing smiles.
Hey,
throughout
how you
the
doing?
Evening or
I-
something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
well, this is how sometimes you could do things like, hey, how you doing? I noticed you over there. I just noticed you had some like beautiful, like your hair. Any compliment, insert compliment.
Right.
And then my name is Marcellus Flores. What about yours? And if she's digging you right there, it's conversation starter. But if you didn't come correct, and you could read body language on knowing what to compliment, because you're not going to compliment something that you already know it's obvious, somebody's hit up, but you want it to be a genuine, like, but
Unique, at
yeah,
the same
unique,
respect.
genuine compliment at the
Mhm.
same time. So it's just all he didn't come correct. So if he literally just walked up and asked for a number, it's just like,
I don't think he did that.
you think he hit some lines first, like, hey,
I know who he's talking about, and I don't think he just.
you think it was just disrespect?
Oh,
on her
No,
side?
no. I just think the dating game has changed. This is what I'm
Yeah.
getting to. My cousin has been out he was at a party, and he was talking to these girls. And at the end of the night, he asked one of them for a phone number, and she said the same thing. Why are you acting so thirsty? So he thought that
Oh
they
my
had a
gosh.
connection.
Nah, you need to get Snapchat.
So that was
the
two-
numbers
Well,
are
and here
done.
we- and this- and
numbers
here we
are
go.
done.
So that was the
It-
second one that he ended
That
up
was the second
getting.
one.
Women
then he was out at,
25 and under, you do not ask for.
I'm talking about
phone
these
number.
are 35 and up.
Well, didn't that just change the game for me? You know, 30s and 30, like nobody wants the number because it's too personal. It's kind of creepy.
But that's what I
It's
don't
kind of
understand.
creepy. Oh wow.
But here, okay,
it's
yeah,
kinda creepy.
I
Here-
can see that.
Here's my. Oh, I get it, but I don't get it. You say it's too personal, but then people want
creepy.
to exchange Snapchats and Instagram. So you want me to be able to look at your pictures and not talk to you, but then have your number be able to talk to you without being around you.
Because that's for the world. That's for the world. That's for anything. You want to follow me? I'm flattered. You know, like you want to follow me? I'm flattered.
I guess.
But if you want my number, like my mom has my number, my direct number. Like
Wow,
that's to get
like,
to.
they don't want to get too personal, too intimate too soon. Like
but you
when you want to get to know.
Yeah.
But you want to be looked at, so you give
right,
them the
but they don't want
Instagram
people to get to
Snapchat.
know
And they want to
them
look at
right
you.
away, per
You guys
se.
can get to know each other through social media a little bit more to see what type of
What
person
lifestyle they
yeah,
have.
you're not
and,
at this point.
Instead of
yeah,
actually getting to know them by talking to them. I mean,
well, I think that would come if you start to see what they're in and about and what their interests are in life.
Yeah.
Then I can see where
so
it's
a
like
buffer
okay,
before you.
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
it's like
okay,
okay,
let me-
this person
okay.
hangs out, this person does
Yeah,
that.
no
Like,
wonder.
that seems pretty interesting. Like I would like to get to know that person a little bit more.
because look, when you
get
follow a girl's Snap or Instagram or anything, you know what type of girl that is. Oh, she's a softball player, goes to University of Pacific. This is a good girl. Or this is
I
a
get
thought.
it.
You know, she's shaking her behind on the. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, she's easy. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? You could really get a quick vibe, or if you're a dude and it's a girl, she don't want to give you a number. She looks at your Instagram. Oh, you have guns in your pictures. Probably not. You know what I'm saying? My
curious
style.
to know what the females were thinking to have them say that. Like that's what I
Yeah,
would like to know. Like what was it that caused them to say that particularly?
I think we need to bring a young woman in here that has that kind of mindset to find out, because I really want to know.
Right.
I mean, where the
bye.
difference is now.
Constitutes.
Boy, bye.
Yeah. What constitutes?
That's it. Y'all don't see that? There weren't girls like that back then. Y'all didn't have.
No,
Man,
Yeah.
not really.
I mean,
Stop.
not like you're thirsty for
all
coming up
these
and saying
girls out
hi,
here would
but-
do
Yeah,
that.
they weren't.
Everybody, you say like the. Okay, yeah, we dudes ain't even tripping. I'm surprised he's tripping. I was just, she was just too bad for me. Like, you know,
he wasn't tripping. He was just more like, wow, I'm shocked that she automatically thought I was thirsty when I just came up to
and ask.
just talk to her
Yeah, that's-
without wanting anything.
That's just ignorant on her part. It's
Yeah.
not thirst. I mean, you look good, and he was trying to get to know you. You know, that's not thirst immediately.
But that's the thing. What they see is one thing is misconstrued, so to speak, because if he's coming from a different age bracket, I would think even just like 10 years difference nowadays is like
She
a
was
whole
a
different
young lady. Young
know,
lady.
it's like a whole different language, and maybe she looked older than what she was, or maybe she didn't, but
Or maybe she, and then there's other layers to it. Maybe a bunch of different random nonsense
Or maybe
dudes
she
that
felt-
came up
yeah.
to her. And
All
she was
night
just
long,
fed up
and
with
she's
it
just
at that
done,
point. So
yeah.
she thought, here comes another
yeah.
sorry excuse. So, I mean,
Stop asking me.
Really,
man.
my eyes really. Oh my god.
Like I'm just trying to
Get
enjoy
outta
myself.
here.
I'm not trying to meet anybody. No, I'm just joking.
And that's
Some
at the
people-
end of the night. That's what it probably comes down to. Like, hey,
gotta
I'm
chalk
just
it up.
trying to
Yeah.
enjoy
Keep it moving,
myself.
right?
Well, if you guys got any comments on that, I'm telling you, Rise and Shine 209 on Facebook, or you can go to KXVS YouTube, KXVS Morning Show on YouTube as well. But yeah, KXVS Morning Show with your morning show crew, Alex, myself, and Marcellus.
Yeah.
92.1 Voice of Stockton. We're going to be coming back with our guest, and that's Angelo Magdeleno, who is head of Inspiring Hope Community Dancers. So I'm going to let him share what he's got going on in the community with his dancers and, who he is. And I hope you guys enjoy our guest today.
And we will be right back.
And we'll be back.
Man, I have to use the restroom. I can't believe that.
What's up, everybody? This is your boy Marcellus.
This is your girl, Ronnie.
It's Tim Hawley.
And Al X.
And we're coming
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Ronee. We're back here, the morning show crew, Alex and Marcellus Flores, 92.1, the voice of Stockton. We're here with our guest, Angelo Magdeleno, who is one of our community members who does a lot. Actually, I'm going to let him introduce himself because I want him to tell you who he is and what he heads and spears with his partner.
Okay, sure, yeah. So, my name is Angelo Magdeleno, and I am the president of Inspiring Hope Community Dancers.
Yes.
We're a nonprofit youth dance group, mainly hip-hop, popping, and breaking is what we focus on. And so I formed the group about 4 years ago. So we're wrapping up our 4th year. We're about halfway through this summer, because we usually do the whole summer, all the way up until September. And we just do events. We did the Stockton Asparagus Festival. We did the we do the Lodi Grape Festival every year. We have done a couple cancer fundraisers as well. Mm-hmm. And so we dab into a little bit of everything. Wherever there's a request for dancers to either liven up the occasion or just whatever the
have
request
that added
may
extra
be.
Entertainment or something, like just another
in the community. We try to be there, and if we can't send the whole 15 kids out, we'll send about 6 of us or so, whatever it is, and we'll still put on a little show and everything, and make it fun and make it try to make it more memorable.
So do you only have 15 students at a time, or do you have groups that get bigger than that, or does it depend on the year? Do you have a different group every year?
Good question. So I would say we are at about 15 would be a good number where we are at now, and that includes, because we have what's called a demo team. So the demo team is 6 kids, usually it's right about 6. Mm-hmm. That are always there. They're always at practice. They've been with us since the beginning, really loyal. Mm-hmm. And I've been there for the whole duration, the 4 years. And we can really count on them. They're the demo team. And they're the better, I wouldn't say better exactly, but a little bit
more seasoned, and they know kind of what you expect and kind of the routines that go on.
Yes.
Yeah. They know how it flows.
And that's the demo team. And then the rest are kids that come there's 4 weeks in the month that we have practice, so they'll be there. The rest of them usually are there like 3 weeks out of the month, and so they go pretty regularly, Mm-hmm. And
where do they practice? Where do you guys practice out of?
Okay, so that's a good question, because we were at a place called Girls in downtown Lodi.
Okay.
And it was a new business, and they were very nice, and they allowed us to use their wonderful dance studio.
Oh, nice.
It was just huge. The wooden floors.
I bet.
It had everything.
So nice in there.
It was really, really nice. And this is Girls in Lodi, right? Downtown Lodi. And we were there for about, I'd say, 3 months. And they unfortunately went out of business. And then when they went out of business, that hit us, because then we no longer had a place
to rehearse and stuff.
Yeah, to practice our routines. So we had fun when we were there. Like, we had Good Day Sacramento come out one time, and we brought our mascots out, because our team, the way we try to get a little bit creative to raise money and give donations for our team. So we have mascots. We have like a Minion, Minnie Mouse, Mickey Mouse, Ninja Turtle, and what we do is someone can give us a donation, and we'll send 1 or 2 of those mascots to a birthday party or something, and they'll do dancing, and they'll do all kinds of fun, things.
That's cute.
In the mascot uniforms.
It's like a dancing Cinderella or a dancing Spider-Man.
Yes.
Dancing Minion. Break dancing at that.
So we have about 5, yeah. And basically that's what was going on when we were at that place, Girls, and we had Good Day Sacramento come visit us there, and we showed them our mascots, and that went really well. But like I said, they went out of business, and then after that we were practicing at my garage at my home with hot weather. This was last year. Oh, no, this was actually 2 years now. Hot summer weather, but the kids, they hang in there. They did what they had to do. They practiced, and the garage is smaller, so we just broke it up into, instead of just one big practice, we broke it up into two different times. Mm-hmm. and they worked out. And we did what we had to do. We did the events we had to do, and we still got it done. And later on, we were allowed to borrow places here and there. Discovery Martial Arts in Stockton offered us Saturdays, which was very nice of Master Garmendy here in Stockton.
So you guys go there on Saturdays?
We were starting to go there a little bit, and then, but then at that time, well, a little bit around the same time, Cutting Edge in Lodi invited us to we could use their facility. Their
so is that where you've been now?
And that's where we are now.
Okay, nice. And where are they located at? Cutting Edge.
That's Stockton Street and almost to Harney Lane in Lodi.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Stockton.
By the new AM/PM, that's there. And if you go down about
check
a
it
month,
out.
And it's pretty nice. Mirrors, everything. It's good. It's a good.
Okay.
We're lucky.
Yeah.
Lucky to be there.
Is it?
I don't know. I don't know if I was hearing myself on the headphones.
I know. Right? I can hear.
I can hear you.
I could hear you now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me now?
No, I can't. Let's try again.
Yeah. I really don't.
I can't hear you.
Hear myself.
Maybe we can just share a mic.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
We getting a little. There we go. There I am. Yeah, man, dancing sounds exciting. So I've been watching a little bit of TV lately, which I don't get to do a lot, so that's nice. And I've been coming across of who is it? Hosted by Nick Cannon, America's Got Talent. Do any of your kids dream to be on this show, or do you have a lot of dreamers like, hey, we want to do this, we want to get the best dance group together, or I don't know how competitive you guys really are, or who's the best, or like if you have a guy on your group that, hey, this kid's going to be, you're going to see him places, definitely, or tell me a little bit more about that kind of stuff, competitions or etc.
Yeah, when you said that, I right away came to mind one of our students, Jose.
Oh,
and he goes to school here in Stockton, actually, Delta College. It's Delta College. It's middle high school,
yes,
or whatever they call it, middle college, high school.
Middle college, yeah.
And so he does really well in school, and he's highly motivated, and he's forever talking about doing exciting big things.
He's ready to
always
run
wants
with
to
it,
practice. Yeah.
He's
This
like,
guy
what
always.
can I do now? What's my next level?
Yeah.
Where can I go? Where can I perform?
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
More.
Exactly. He's always like that. He's one of the kids that, like the question you have, it brought him to mind, because he does want to do bigger and brighter things, just always wants to practice. He takes contemporary dance as well, at Delta, as well as what he does with us. And so he comes to mind. We are all the kids have done. We've gone on Good Day Sacramento. So we've made a couple appearances there. We were on there with Boogaloo Shrimp, Michael Chambers from the movie Breaking and Breaking 2.
Okay.
I was able to bring him to Lodi from LA not too long ago, 2015, November of 2015, and it was just great. We had a meet and greet with Michael Chambers, and the kids really liked that a lot, and they got motivated. I mean, they got to meet him, and most of them.
Which one is that again? I'm sorry,
Turbo.
I don't follow.
Turbo.
Breaking 2. Have you ever seen those movies?
Breaking
And Breaking 2.
Breaking.
Okay, so
What?
Marcellus is just a little
If you've seen it, you would have known right away when he said Turbo.
Something is
Turbo.
break.
Turbo's given a lot of.
Break.
He's given credit for starting dubstep because he was a little bit ahead of his time when he was, pop locking, ticking, and doing all that stuff. Exactly.
Do you pop lock?
I do. Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna have to show us a little bit
Sure,
of
of
that before we
course,
go.
yeah.
That's
I'd love
awesome.
to, yeah.
I love it.
I'd love to.
Me too. I would love to learn because look, I think my lock isn't like locking how it's supposed to lock. Like it's like my lock is like loose, but I
Okay.
need to be like dun, dun.
That'll work though to begin.
So
That's a
Electric
good way to
Boogaloo
start. That's a good.
came out in 1984.
That's a good.
He's ready to go.
And then I like the
He's
shirt
ready to
thing.
go.
I like that. Yep.
You see, We're very multi-talented out up here on the radio
So,
station KXVS.
I can see
Breaking
that,
Two
yeah.
Electric Boogaloo came out in 1984. So this is when kind of like, you know, you're hitting the 70s, 80s, early 80s. That's like in the thick of it. That's like when it's just like fresh. It's like strong. It's the
No.
movement.
Yeah,
the
Marcellus
movement
was
is
not
going. So so basically.
Yeah, I actually
History.
went
Going to
see it
history class
here
right now.
down the street at the theater here.
Where's the guy though?
So,
Where's the guy?
Right here.
That's
So,
terrible.
If you're looking at who it is, these are your actors listed from Michael Boogaloo Shrimp, which is who he was speaking of, who's come out here. But basically, I can get that bigger. I'll show you. But yeah, so that
and
is.
to back to your question. So yesterday, my daughter and I went to a audition for Tengo Talento, Mucho Talento. So that's
I saw that
Spanish.
picture. I saw
That's a
it.
Spanish
Your number.
channel.
You had your numbers.
Yes, that's the Spanish channel. You know,
For talent.
That's
Yeah.
a talent. Yeah, it's pretty much like America's Got Talent, but for Hispanic Spanish version of it. You know, dominantly Spanish speaking. Although it's not, you don't have to speak Spanish, but it just helps a lot because they're interviewing you in Spanish.
We're gonna have to share this. We're gonna have to share this with him later.
Sure, of course, yeah.
This one here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to just
Definitely, and go
turn
to
it
our
down.
website, please, and you'll see our video with Michael Chambers at when we appeared on Good Day Sacramento. It's on there. It's at our website at Inspiring Hope Community Dancers.
So try not to put.
.com.
But basically, so it's kind of like one of their battles, but
Yeah, so that would be Electric Boogaloo, the second one, and that's
so what we're taking a look at right now is a clip. So
Yes.
I would show you viewers, but I'm going to show Marcellus just to kind of see the kind of routines that they kind of had back in the day, and you know the kind of dance battles that they were looking at. But
Yeah.
that's exactly what it was, right? Dance
It was.
battles. So
Yeah.
people weren't out there killing each other.
yes, exactly.
They were,
Great
you
point.
know, flashing in style, their dress, their swag, you know,
Great
how
point,
they
yeah.
they had a group of friends, and you know that loyalty, how they, you know, just kind of
That's a good
had each
point you
other's
made.
back. You know, they made family, and
Yes, and then you know in New York, you know they had the legends of the gangs over there, and eventually they came out with breakdancing. They started dancing for it instead of throwing blows. Basically, they started doing the dancing, doing the breakdancing, and it caught on, and I'm sure a lot of lives were spared because of that
I'm
new
sure.
culture,
I'm
that new
sure.
trend,
Yeah.
and then it carried over when Flashdance came out. That's when it really carried over here on the West Coast. I mean, we were constantly rewinding the scene where in Flashdance it's like a 1 minute scene or 2 minute scene where they're breakdancing.
Battling.
Well, they're breakdancing, and the main character and her friend pass by because they're washing clothes and they're walking back to their apartment, and they see the dancers, and then they're watching and stuff like that, and then they laugh, and then they go, and so we would rewind that a lot. And then there was a show called That's Incredible, and my friend would record it because he's the one who had the VCR. Out of all of us, he was the only one, and our friend Callie, and he would record it. And so we go to his house, and he'd always he'd record everything, and
I
so
know, we did record a lot of videos,
VHS.
Like little segments of things that you wanted to, so you could just keep rewinding your little video.
That's a pain in the neck, but that's what we had to do. There was no YouTube, there was nothing like that back then, so we just would rewind the heck out of that VHS tape, and
heaven forbid the tape snap or.
Oh yeah, and then you'd have to get I think it was fingernail polish, and you try to
keep it together.
Yeah, and then it would melt it together. I mean, we had all kinds of tricks that we would do just to salvage the VHS cassette. But and then a lot of it we just kept in our minds, and I think we made up new moves because we would do it wrong. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because because we just would remember it from what we saw and go practice. We didn't have YouTube to
have that reference to always go back.
So I think we made up, and that's how different styles from the West Coast were born, I think, because we did them a little differently. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, popping was, they say, and most people say, was invented in Northern California. So that's something that,
From what I understand, actually some of the groups around here out of Stockton, as a matter of fact, were a big a part of that?
Probably
bringing it back, changing, because it kind of was like dying out from what I understand. And we have another, actually, and we should ask Beto to come in. So Beto, he actually has a documentary that he's been working on for some time, and has footage all the way dated all the way back to the 80s, and that he has put together about, you know, the different styles and how they've evolved from the East Coast here. So you really hit a strong point with that, with how it developed and changed coming out westward.
Yes. And then we added our pop locking or popping, however you want to call it. And it just became kind of our own West Coast flavor. And then that's what the kids learn. You know, like I take them to the Poppers Picnic in Oakland every year, or at least for the last 2 years I've taken them over there on a field trip type thing. And they get to see the OGs over there, you know, do some moves. Of course, it's very hot over there. And so we came home kind of early last couple times, but, you know, I got to get them home at a, you know, good time. But yeah, they got to see the OGs. 6 to 22 right now.
Oh, nice. So you go beyond like the teenage. That's really nice, because I don't know. Actually, we'll be looking at also other dancing groups in the community as well that have also helped out with Bud Bud's Freeze video. So I'd like for you to talk about that.
The Freeze video?
So Bud was our guest last week, so we had him on. But you've done some work with him, so you know Bud Bud in the community.
Yes, I saw him. I went and showed support and went and seen him at the Hudson Street Square when he performed there, and then as well as supporting him with his video. You know, I brought the kids, because that's what we're talking about, like community. Like, you know, he's not dancing, but he's rapping. Right. So it's still, nice. You know what I mean? But it's still, you know, coming up, doing something in the community. So we felt like, yeah, we got to be there. We got to be there. We got to help them out.
Right?
Everybody in the community, we got to lock arms and support each other, uplift.
Bud Bud's the youth.
Yes.
You know, he's got goals, and he's doing things, and
positivity.
He's got ambitions. You know, we want to help to encourage them, and hopefully he will inspire his peers. You know, so he'll be able to inspire his peers and to help them to dream big, to move.
Oh yeah, and that's so you know, we sent most of our crew was there for his video.
Nice.
And we just they had a great time. I could tell. Everybody just had a great time.
And that was over at Leaders, right?
You know what? I believe I seen that video, because there was some break dancing and
and Leaders is a sponsor of ours as well. So
really?
They're the ones that actually hosted that event, particularly for the filming of the video, right?
Yes, the barbershop. Yes.
So.
Yeah, that was cool.
So shout out to Leaders for that.
Shout out to Leaders, yeah. And that video came out pretty. They did the end result was really good. I saw it and a few times, and I shared it. And yeah, it was
your
really
dancers
good.
Did great then. I remember.
They did great. They love it. They love to. I think it means more to know that they were supporting someone in the community. So let's do a great job for his video. You know, like get hype. You know, get hype with it. And so I think that's what added to the event. You know, added to them doing the video. I think that's what did it. I think.
So do you guys have any shows or performances coming up that the viewers could check out, or the listeners?
Yes, we are gonna be. Okay, so we have the next thing lined up is the Lodi Grape Festival.
Bow.
You know, and that's gonna be good. That's on the Saturday, every Saturday, which would be in September.
Okay.
And it's usually in the middle of September.
Okay.
So I have to narrow down the dates.
But the Lodi Grape Festival.
Lodi Grape Festival.
Okay, so that's coming up for you.
We usually are at the Sierra Nevada stage, and we're there for 2 shows, so 2 hours.
Okay.
You know, 2 to 4 usually, and yeah, they have a great time. Last year we got to have one of our kids who's I didn't know he had Michael Jackson dancing also. You know, he could.
That he had that ability to.
Yeah, he could. You know. Yeah, like, you know, do Michael moves? Jackson moves. Yeah.
Really?
And so we didn't know, and so his mom shared a video. Oh. And I said, you know what, we gotta squeeze him into our show.
As a soloist, huh?
And sure enough, we did it, and the crowd loved it. They loved it. He got a very good reaction from it.
Nice.
And
how old is he?
So Brady's only, I think he was only 8 at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so, you know, they liked it. The crowd loved it. And then he went on to do it at that same routine at the Hudson Street Square.
Oh,
for
nice.
Lodi's Got Talent, which they have every year now.
They recently just had that.
Wait, Lodi's Got Talent, meaning any talent?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Hudson Street Square. And they've been doing it for about 5 years now.
That's cool.
And, yeah, and he's, and so my daughter and my son, they performed there before as well. They did a popping routine a few years back, and so it's great for Lodi, small town.
I think Bud just performed at that as well.
Yeah, he was there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did. Mm-hmm. And so he's doing a lot.
Selected, so it was
he's
great.
Starting to do more things and do more, and so yeah, we would love to keep showing support for him, for what he's doing.
Yeah, you guys are just finding yourselves in all the same places, which I think is absolutely great because
yes.
you guys are moving together.
And we want to do more things in Stockton.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that because I think you're going to be coming out for August 12th.
August 12th with Johnny Mendoza. I think it's the last name. Morales. I'm sorry, Morales.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Johnny Morales. So caution. So so that's what's cool because he's providing the venue, so we're able to, and then I can provide. I'm bring the kids over, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna have. I asked a friend of mine, Renee Partita, Robert Partita, which goes by Sir Pop-A-Lot here in Stockton. And so I asked him to be a judge, and then Johnny is going to provide 2 other judges, and then Inspiring Hope Community Dancers is going to provide $200 worth of prizes. So we're going to have a first place for breaking and a first place for popping
nice.
At the event. So that's going to be cool, and they can make a little bit of money and have fun and have an event at the same time, and walk away with the prize.
And is there a cover charge to join you guys?
So far, Johnny has not mentioned that, and I haven't been wanting to do that.
Okay.
I just want it to be for the community.
Okay, great.
Get people out.
Yeah, get people out because Stockton, we want to do more in Stockton, and I hope this leads to more things in Stockton. Lodi, we've been doing stuff in Lodi. Every November I've been throwing a big event, and I want to do the same in Stockton. I want it to be every year, like one big event Lodi, one big event Stockton, and then like maybe a little event Lodi, a little event Stockton also. Every year though, every single year.
How your turnouts in Lodi going?
They actually are pretty good. Well, when I brought Michael Chambers for the meet and greet, I had people come from Bay Area because he was in Lodi, and that was cool because little lovable Lodi, as we call it, we were surprised. We got quite a bit of people that showed up, and we're like. And and they were surprised. Michael Chambers in Lodi, what you doing over here?
Yeah, exactly.
But he liked it. I showed him downtown Lodi, and how they have the wine
a few square
stroll.
blocks.
Yeah, just a few blocks, but they have wine tasting and then
tons of wine tasting.
And then at that time they still do, but they had more karaoke bars. So I showed them a little bit of that too, and then showed them the karaoke areas, and they have the wine tasting and some of the restaurants that we enjoy, and Casa Mexicana and Angelo's Mexican Dining in Lodi.
Shout out to all you guys.
Yeah.
Shout outs.
Giving some hospitality to
they
our
actually,
incoming
yeah,
celebrities.
They
in the
helped
area.
us to show him, a welcome with food and stuff. They provided. They just were really great, and so yeah, I'm glad I mentioned them. And yeah, we get a little bit in Lodi. We have a lot of support. We have Super Walmart that is new there in Lodi, and they donate to us. Was it Wells Fargo? No, not Wells Fargo, but the I'm sorry, I can't think of it now. Farmers and Merchants. Yeah,
the
Farmers and Merchants. Yeah, they also started donating to Inspiring Hope Community Dancers as well. And then we have the Lodi Arts Commission that has donated to us. And we also received a donation from the Lodi Realtors.
Nice.
And then that's the thing we want. We want in Stockton though. We want to plug in with Stockton so that we can throw events in Stockton, and so that we just need a little bit more support from Stockton because we're a 501c3 nonprofit. So anything that is donated, is tax.
Right.
They can get a tax break for it. So.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So I know you said I didn't hear you say age ranges. Like, is there a minimum and maximum?
We go with 6 because we feel that 6 they can start to learn actually and not and just kind of just stand there and they're not really getting nothing out of it. I only had like one surprise. This one child was only like 4, already getting down, bam, 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 just doing stuff, doing moves just on his own. I was a little surprised. So it's not concrete. It's not written in stone.
Right.
But that's
but
our guideline
so
is
like
6.
If they have the aptitude for
our
it,
guideline
then,
is 6.
Yeah. So if they have the aptitude for it, you can,
then
say,
we can
maybe we can work with it.
Yeah, we can make an exception.
Yeah.
Because those
He
are
was
just
ready
guidelines.
to go, huh?
Yeah, and then the reason why I said 22, it goes up to 22 is because some of our coaches, some of our youth that were 18 when we started are now like 22 years old now.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So we're not going to kick them out or nothing.
Right.
So they become coaches because they have experience. They're really good at what they do. And so they
giving back. They're already giving back.
And they can and
turning into mentors at that point.
Yeah.
Turning into mentors.
That's
And
right.
that's true. Yeah, turning into mentors. And if they go for scholarships, they can put that down. They have helped in a nonprofit and mentored children, and so hopefully that will help them. To get
it's a win-win for everyone.
Yeah. So you do it all with the dancing, yes?
What okay, so I do it all with the dancing for the most part, but except for not too much break dancing lately. Because I don't want to get hurt.
Lately.
I don't want to get hurt. And I mean, I'm not going to be any good to anybody if I'm hurt. So yeah, no, I limit myself now with the breakdancing. I mean, I've tried a couple of times and and it's like, and then my wife and my kids are a little concerned. And there's like, oh, okay, you're right. Dad. Yeah, everything's fine. But so I just kind of back off the breakdancing, but everything else, locking. This type of Shabadoo, he was Ozone in the movie Breaking. He was that type of locking that they pretty much brought to the forefront. His group, the Lockers, they used to appear on Soul Train back in the day, 79, 80, 81. The Lockers.
Barely remember.
Shabadoo, awesome teacher, mentor. And so we do some of that type of, locking, just pointing.
Yeah.
A lot of pointing. Like you do a move and then you point. And yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the thing is, I guess
Got it.
Yeah, like that, yeah.
Gotcha. That's
Exactly. You did it right, yeah. That's
I
how
can
they do it.
dance.
Easy for you, huh? Well, that one's pointing too, yeah. So it's not too bad, but it's you did it right because that was the idea. You're dancing, then you just spot someone in the crowd. It's kind of like they're trying to like
call them out.
Like they're trying to like heckle a little bit, and so then you point at them, like I see you, and then they go back to it, and that's how that came about. And that's
Oh, I see you.
I see you heckling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Serious.
Not gonna stop it though. Like they just
Like I hear you.
Yeah, you're heckling, but that's nothing,
It gives them an opportunity to come out too if they choose to.
Oh, it does.
But
Definitely.
most of the time they don't. They'll stay in the crowd and you just continue on.
Yeah, they're
Be
brave.
like, oh my bad, bro.
Yeah. They're brave in the crowd.
You heard me.
They're brave in the crowd. Yeah.
Now, do you still
Sorry.
with your team? Do you still do those kind of competitions with each other? Where you?
Some of the kids do enter competitions. We don't. This is what I tell them. I said, we're not a competition team, you guys. We're an entertainment team. We do fundraisers. We do shows at fairgrounds and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want to compete, that's fine. That's up to you guys. But that's not our team. We're not saying we're a competition team.
Right.
So if someone tells you they can beat your team, I just tell them, who cares? You guys are just having fun, entertaining, sharing your gift. Don't worry about that. But if you guys want to compete and enter contest, then yeah, you could do that. I mean, we'll support you in that as well. And if you want, we can go to the side and if there's some moves that you want to learn from me, or if you want to ask, sometimes we have a guest teacher. Like a few times we had Sir Popolot come in, and his style of popping is a little bit different. He doesn't really hit like what popping is. Popping is a lot of hitting, and his style is more like posing. He does like posing type style, and so he comes in and he shows them another style. He gets they're exposed to a different type of, but it still falls under the umbrella of popping and locking. Yeah, pop locking. Some people, LA, they call it pop locking. Yeah, he's just smoother with like he just. More like,
Because it's not a hard lock. It's not like, just letting them.
Yeah,
not like.
Yeah.
Like he flexes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't really. Yeah, he just barely like.
Pow that. Pow
like that.
Pow. You know what I'm saying? He's
More like
more
that.
Pow. Pow. Pow.
Yeah, a little bit more like
Pow.
that. Like,
You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
you know
Smoother
what I'm
with it. Yeah.
saying?
And they like that. Yeah.
They like that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Pull it out in the club sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
So see, he'd be good with Popolot style. Yeah. I can already tell.
And now I'll point somebody out. Now I'm combining. You see what I'm doing now?
Oh, man.
Need to get
Like that.
more training.
You know what? One of these days.
Awesome. Yeah, anytime. Well, come down to practices and do a couple moves with us, and we'll videotape it, and then maybe we can talk about.
They're gonna take my heart from me. They're gonna be like, "You're garbage."
Oh, yeah.
I'm be like, "Oh, he has it. He has it. He's gonna eat it. He's gonna eat it from me.
Yeah,
They're gonna
yeah.
play with it, kick it around with each other, and pop it on it."
He knows about. He knows a
You're
lot
like,
about.
"Oh man, they're bullying me now. I'm bullying me. I'm heartless. I'm heartless."
See, he's like a secret agent. He knows a lot about it. Like,
He knows what's hidden in it.
Yeah, he knew about the heartbeat and about eating the heart. And then,
As soon as I walk in, I'm just gonna walk into a glass wall like boom.
there you go. Ooh, old school.
Oh, me like somebody help me. Throw me in.
That's awesome. Heck yeah, just boom. Let me in. Yeah, and a lot of it is illusion. A lot of it is it's illusion. It's the wall. It's all this, and then you start sliding, and it's a lot of that
Yeah,
stuff.
me and Renee pulled the quick one the other day. I had a rap and I got her.
Had a little bit of fun.
And-
Oh,
We're just
man.
dancing.
Oh,
There's
heck yeah.
nobody out there on the dance floor.
Oh, cool. I wish I would have seen that. Or helped you guys out a little bit. Probably would have,
Yeah, actually,
gone
I
out there a
got
little
footage
bit.
of this person I met out there. His name was Corey, and I actually got footage of him actually doing some work.
Some moves.
Some
He was
moves?
doing some
What?
moves. Yeah, he was trying to be like all nonchalant, but the only people out there was me, him, and Coop, one other person that he came with. So, but they're the only other ones on the dance floor with me. So I thought
You
it was.
guys had to liven it up.
I'm telling you, well, I'm gonna definitely enjoy that because like I got the dance floor all to myself for a little
Yeah,
bit, even though it was amidst all the tables and stuff.
Just like techno, they used to do that. I remember I was stationed in Texas. The dance scene over there was they dance. A lot of people would just go out there and just dance by themselves to the techno music. They didn't even need a partner, And you remind me of that right now when you said that.
Yeah,
Is
because
this, this your
I
friend?
find myself I dance by myself a lot because sometimes
That was at the hideout?
It's easier for me.
Yeah,
sometimes it's easier for me to dance
Yeah.
by myself, so I'm like not stepping on
Good
people's
moves.
toes because then I do kind of like spontaneous. I don't really have like a set routine. I just kind of let the music move me.
So in other words, you're saying you need a lot of room though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just let the music move me. I need space.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, definitely. Just and then they
My
and they kind of
expression.
know, and then they'll move over a little bit.
Yeah, it's my expression.
They'll anticipate you.
Yeah,
what
and
you're
then
gonna do.
if you're a good dancer, and sometimes you get those guys that think that they're just gonna keep moving in, like I'm gonna get to touching her one way or another. I'm gonna get to dancing with her, and like when they realize like I need my space.
Yeah, it's the opposite of that.
I'm backing up and I'm like dancing a little bit more wild now. Like I'm just trying to let you know.
She starts throwing elbows. Boom, boom.
That's what I thought of when she said that.
Yeah, it starts dancing a little bit. Oh, catch an
Moshing.
elbow or two. Boom. Okay, I'm gonna back up. I'm backing
Like
up. I'm
mosh
backing
dancing.
up.
That's a lot of the dancing that I grew up on, where you could dance with other people, but a lot of the dance you did on your own. The dance moves were by yourself, and the other person might be doing the same thing by you. So you kind of got comfortable being out
Doing
there.
a dance routine
That's
along
true,
with
though,
somebody
yeah.
that's like side by side. Like you don't have to be like all up on them, like grinding freaky.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yeah,
You
no,
can
you
dance-
don't.
You can dance all together.
That's
side
nice.
by side.
Yeah.
It's
There's a
nice.
place
It's
for
a
it.
good.
Yeah.
It's a nice.
It's a good thing, but it's not always necessary, and
Right.
the different trends
You still
go
have
for a
fun with
while.
it.
Right.
I mean, unless
Yeah.
there's like some salsa or something
Yeah, and
else
it's
that comes
getting
on
like
and-
some Hispanic music.
Yeah.
Now it's getting sexy.
Then
It's
you
getting.
then you got the
Bachata.
holding hands, and you got the shoulder, you got you're touching. It's a
Yeah,
little
that's
different.
something different. But as far as
And that's because that's what that is. So we start
Exactly.
doing that and then
Exactly.
spin or whatever.
Mhm.
So that's what that is.
Moving your
Bring 'em in
hips.
close.
And that's fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
A
fun.
little different. So I mean, you got different styles. So this one right here, it's like you've got that circle. You got a circle.
Yeah.
People get in the space. You're creating a space for people
Yeah.
who need the space. Because if you go to a rave or some kind of place where you just got
Mm.
tons of dancers, they're all over the place and it's thick. You can't really move too much. So everybody needs space. That's probably why they throw them in a lot of the warehouses and whatnot. So that way,
Yes.
people have the adequate space to move. But for the most part, when it was like a packed house or a packed club and the people needed that space, like you have your onlookers create that little bubble for them.
We call cipher,
Yeah, cipher.
circle,
Yeah.
and that way you're protected and you can dance. You don't have to worry, because
Right.
they're blocking everybody else off, and so it's kind of like back in the day, I remember the skating rink, and then you'd have everybody skating on the outside, and then you have the people
The
in the
dancers
middle,
in the middle.
dancing in the middle. So Kind of, reminded me of that, But yeah, so we're just keeping busy. We have August 12th, we have an event. November, we're gonna have a big event. It's gonna be the Poppers Picnic, but I want to include the Breakers, so I'm making it Poppers and Breakers Picnic.
Okay.
And it's gonna be indoor, and it's gonna be in November, and there'll be prizes, there'll be money, but we're gonna make it a little bit bigger.
In November,
Nice.
We're gonna have food.
And this is for any particular, just doing a show in November, or is it like for a holiday thing, or is it
Just our usual November event that we have.
Oh,
So
okay.
this time we're gonna make it a Poppers and Breakers Picnic. First year, it's gonna be our first annual,
Where do you have that?
and it's gonna be in Lodi, and it's probably either gonna be at Cutting Edge, where the dance studio is that we use, or Dee Dee's Dance and Fitness, which is on Lodi Avenue.
So stay tuned for that.
Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna be one or the other, and it's gonna be a lot of fun, and we're gonna have food. We're providing the food, and we'll just have like a small, like $3.
Entry fee or something?
Yeah, it'll be free, but like if you want to eat a hot dog and a burger and a Pepsi, and a soda, it would be like $3 only, something like that. Would make it very affordable.
Mm-hmm. So where can they find this information of your upcoming shows if they want to go ahead and make that and put it in their schedule and plan for it?
I am glad you said that, because I don't update our website and our Facebook page as much as I should. Like, I always wind up catching up, and then like maybe a week before the event, I'm sharing it like crazy, and that's what's going on with this August 12th thing.
Okay.
I haven't been sharing it anymore, and now I gotta share so we can get at least a good showing for
Right,
it.
and that's a Future Shock event. That's going to be August
Future
12th
Shock.
at the
Caution.
Urban Marketplace.
Oh yeah, wait.
42 Sutter.
Bud.
And Bud will
And
be
Bud's
performing.
going to be there. Yeah.
Yes, Bud will be
Cool.
performing, and then you have the Inspiring Hope community dancers. They're going to be out there
We'll be
pretty
there.
much doing the show. So
Yeah, they'll be, for this one, they may not perform. They may or may not perform. They'll be there to keep it hype. Keep it going. Keep it, keep it hype. And
but the participants are the ones that are going to be vying for those prizes.
yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay, I
$100.
see.
$100
You might
and
go
$100.
with your
yeah.
heartbeat thing, and just like eating all that down. So
Yeah.
you might get
They
in
won't
there.
even-
That's
they-
hacky.
You
That's hacky.
You could win a little bit of money, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Like
I gotta come
$100.
original, okay? They're eating lungs now or
They're
something.
eating toes.
Right. You gotta come different, change it a little.
You do have moves, so.
Oh, I
what I mean?
appreciate
So
it.
you'd
Yeah,
be okay.
I like to dance. When I go to the club and stuff, I got rhythm, I got beat. I like to
Yeah.
dance. Two step.
Yeah.
It wherever
Two-step.
I'm feeling. I'll two step if it's
two-step.
cool. I'm two stepping. But when it comes down, it's like the family and the song comes on. Like, I'll get into what you got.
Good stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff, yeah. Just and it's fun. I mean,
Yeah, it's fun. It's lots of fun.
And the
to
youth,
dance.
and then the youth. They see they see people there. They see Ronnie, and they say, yeah, a little bit older than me, but they love it too. They love dancing too. They're happy, and they see more people doing it of all ages. And
Yeah.
I think that encourages them even more.
Yeah, and they want to like share that what they have, and show
I
you,
mean,
show
like,
you
yeah.
what they got. Like, let me show you my moves.
Well, yeah, like at my age, I show my daughter. I go, yeah, let's go to that talent show thing. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm off. You're off, so let's just go over there. Let's go enter it, and we had a great time, and we did really well, and we're just waiting to hear back from them, because if they pick you, then they fly you over there and put you up in a hotel at their expense and everything, so you could go to the next round.
Good luck on that. I hope you guys.
Yeah, good luck, man.
I hope you
Good luck.
guys
That'd
hear
be
back
great.
from them, and
I know we did well.
How long
so-
ago was it?
This was yesterday.
Oh, sweet,
So
Yeah,
sweet.
in Sacramento. Yeah, in Sacramento. And they had the Estrella, because it's that channel Estrella Star, and they're like with Channel 3.
Did you guys do separate auditions or
Separate. Yeah, we did separate, so we're just waiting to see what.
Did you dance? Did you sing?
I sang.
You sang?
Yeah.
Oh, you sing as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't, how can I put it? I sing, but I'm not like pushing that type career. If that happens, it happens. This just happens every once in a while where I get an opportunity to showcase some singing. So, I started in the Army. We'd sing cadence when we were running.
Hey, how
So
vibe
that's
to the cadence and the
you know what I mean?
harmony.
And so you know. So
That's
you
the
know
only
about
time
that.
you get to sing.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, I'm calling cadence. I'm coming out.
Did you really?
I'm coming out of formation. I'm calling cadence.
Yeah, and that's where I kind of noticed like, okay, I can carry this beat, kind of like how the sergeants that are calling cadence or you know sometimes specialists, you know, and I'm just like, okay, I could do this, you know, and I carry just like I sound like just like how they sound. So that's when I said, okay, that's when I realized.
What's your favorite cadence?
I could sing. My favorite would be. And it won't be long before I get on back home.
Back home.
And it won't be long
We go out to
before I get on back home.
cadence.
All right.
You don't know nothing
Yo,
about that
left
life.
your right, your left. Your
Yeah,
right.
hey, tell our listeners about it. Go ahead, hit it, guys.
So the main
Take it
thing
from the
about
top.
that, well, mainly you're singing songs like, you know, it won't be long. Like,
It depends too if you're running
so
or
you
you're
don't get
walking
depressed.
too.
Yeah.
So you don't get depressed because if things go through your head, you just gotta stay focused.
Yeah.
So cadence helps with that, especially when you're doing running and you just in your head and you're running for miles.
That way you don't think about how much it sucks. You're busy singing. You're busy singing. Your mind's distracted.
Yeah.
So you're just singing,
And you
and
got
before you know it, you already ran 3 miles.
Yeah.
And then, you know, but it's like, it's mind games, you know, they teach you how to,
Can't run
like,
on headphones.
ignore that side ache
Yeah.
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And then the peer pressure not to fall out
Right.
of formation.
Right.
Because then, you know,
'Cause then
everybody notices you. Like,
You fell out like, oh man, you can't keep up, and
can't
it's like,
hang,
people
yeah.
gotta go back pick you up.
yeah.
And like that happens
embarrassing.
sometimes. That happens sometimes. You know, if you maybe drank too much the night before.
Yeah.
So you're like,
And
oh
you can
man,
smell
I'm
people's
dehydrated.
alcohol. You can smell the alcohol.
I need some more.
Everybody's running, and it's like, oh my
You're
God.
like, this guy reeks.
Alcohol. Oh, you can just smell it, sweat. You know, they're coming through their skin just as they're sweating.
Oh,
And you
God.
could just tell who's been partying and
Or they
everything.
just pull over and.
Some throw up and some throw, and then they keep going though.
Yep, they come right back.
They keep going, yeah. So I'd say the military is where I got that from. The idea of singing and not being, and you know, and then when you're running and singing, you're building up your lungs.
Yes.
So that helped me to blow out, you know, some lyrics, songs, whatever, and have fun with it. And so I just do it as a hobby type of thing. But if something comes from it, then that's cool too. And that's what I try to show them. Like, just do it, man. The worst thing that can happen is they say, you know, no go.
Right.
You know, they maybe give you a criticism.
Which is better
And
than
then
saying
you just,
no.
Yeah, and then you just take
no
it.
feedback.
You just take the feedback and you go practice what they said, you know, and try to come back and do it, you know, learn from what they said and come back and do better.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, other than just the military, for your singing, for you know, as far as calling cadences.
Yeah.
Who are your influences? Where did you get started dancing? Like, what brought you to be part of this world?
I just would watch Soul Train when I was a kid. I had a friend of the family who was about 2 years older than I when I lived in Stockton, because I grew up in Stockton all the way till 5th grade, and then the summer between 5th grade and 6th grade, that's when we moved to Lodi.
Okay.
So I went to August School here, old Roosevelt
Oh,
School.
by the freeway.
They tore
by
that
the
down.
main-
Well, they tore it down, and then they
Yeah.
built a new one, Roosevelt. And then I went to Monroe, I went to Fillmore, but August School was the main
East
elementary
side.
school I went. East Side, yeah. Waterloo Road, Golden Gate, Olive Street.
Main Street.
That's where I grew up. And back then, before we moved to Lodi, there was Danny Terrio disco moves, night moves, and I had my mom buy me it.
Okay.
And it was this guy, he was a disco dancer,
So
but
like a video cassette.
it was a record, and then
Okay.
it would go bing, and then you just turn the page.
Oh.
And then he'd be like doing different poses, like different moves,
Uh-huh.
and like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or whatever, like the caveman, the robot, different ones.
Oh.
And that's how I started.
So he put those
learning that.
moves in a manual.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Oh.
and he's the one who taught
How did you find
John
that?
Travolta how to dance for the movie for John Travolta's movie,
Really?
the disco movie. He did Saturday Night Fever. I just saw it at the mall. And that friend of the family already had me into Cool and the Gang, Brass Construction, and I'm only like 7. How old was I? I was about 9 years old, 10 years old. Let's say 10, listening to Brass Construction, Cool and the Gang. You know, gotta get up to get on down. Dun, dun, all this soul, funk music.
Funk music.
Yeah, I was already listening to it at a very young age, like 8 years old. The Gap
rock.
Band, Hoops Upside Your Head, all that. I was already listening to all that. And this is before popping. I was already listening to this kind of music, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and The Beat Goes On, Whispers. So just that music being influenced, and then Danny Terrio's I saw at the mall, and then I just begged my mom to buy it for me. Didn't really know what I was asking for, but I just kind of saw it on TV. I saw he had a show called, Dance Fever contest, dancing contest back in the day, and so I think that's why I asked for it. And then I just tried to learn the moves, just to dance. I don't know. It was just weird. It was innate. I don't know. It just came from within, I guess. I already had it, and then next thing you know, when popping came out and all that, it was just a blessing, a dream come true, because it was something I could really invest myself wholeheartedly into.
Oh man, like a passion just
man,
burned
breakdancing, and just I loved it, and I just.
So what were some of your moves that you really were your go-to moves when you were out there?
Okay, so waving, I learned this waving at the senior elementary school in Lodi. There was a guy named Patrick Rivera, and I saw him do it for the first time. He was waving, and he did it real with fluidity. He did it really, really, really good. And at first I couldn't do it. I tried to copy him, and I couldn't do it. And I practiced in the mirror at home, and then finally I got better because I could tell the kids were saying, "Oh, you can wave." And then once I could wave, they started saying, "You should go against Pat." And then it's just like when people fight. And then they organized everything, and they already had us gonna meet up at lunch.
They set it up.
And then they set us up, and then and then he went out, and I was new. I was shy about it, and but at the same time, I learned a couple moves from these guys in Lodi that came from Sacramento. Guamanian American guys that lived in Sacramento that knew some moves, and they showed me a couple moves. So I had that also. So
what kind of moves did they show you?
Weapons.
They just showed me, so they showed me more like this kind of different kind of posing, and that came from Sacramento because they brought it from Sacramento, right? And then I learned the waving from what I saw Pat do. And he's from North Stockton. They used to bus them to Lodi for middle school.
Okay, yes, yes, and then you have to stop to go to Manteca, but this time North goes to Lodi.
At that time, and so I was learning a little bit from different
areas.
Yeah, and then a guy named Richard that lived down the street who's older than us, about 3 years older than us. He was doing a little bit, some kind of waving moves. But anyways, I just had all that in my mind, and I just went against Pat.
Who had the music? How did you guys get
it? There's no music.
So you guys were just doing it off the top. Okay.
We just did the moves. And then they go, oh, and then they said it was pretty even. And then after that, that's what encouraged me even more to practice.
You're like, I can do this.
And I said, well, yeah, I was surprised myself, and then I just kept practicing, nice. Dedicated myself. That's all I did, practice in the mirror. Now you got to remember, I didn't have a father growing up, and I was the eldest out of the kids, and there's 3 of us, and I was the eldest. My mother was from Mexico. Had an accent. We didn't own a car. I didn't have a lot to do, in other words, at home. So when I had that's what I did all the time. I was just in the mirror, because we didn't even go to McDonald's or nothing ever.
Like such American culture and everything that you're just like, this is my life. This is what I do.
Oh, but we never even went to fast food or anything. We just we ate at home.
Yeah, because your mom cooked.
And that was it. Yeah, you know what I mean.
She stayed home.
I think one time at school, someone brought in cheeseburgers, and it was like
You're like, what's this?
Wow, it was so cool, But just to give you an idea of how it just was boring. It was boring for me up until that time, and because I didn't have any siblings to play with or learn anything from, and we didn't even have. I think we got Atari.
Oh man.
Just one game, ping pong. Like way later, finally after so many, we finally got Atari ping pong where it was, and we didn't have nothing to do, there was. So I just would practice in the room, just practice, and I was obsessed with it.
I think that's one thing with the kids these days. They got so much to do that they lose sight of having any kind of time to dedicate for any one particular skill of this nature. So in essence, they can have a little bit more dedication to dancing or the arts. What finds them arts because it's that ability to self-express in times when they might not otherwise have anything to do. So it's they can get creative.
Oh yeah, and it costs money to do stuff too sometimes. But now they have video games at home.
Yeah. Or, other things, social media sites on their
Or
phones.
social media.
Or the computers.
Watching videos.
Yeah,
everything. Just
Yeah,
everything at the
everything's faster.
Everything's at their fingertips. Because basically,
Yeah, at the fingertips, like you just said.
Yeah, that's because I was like, they don't have to worry about it. Because back then it was like the 13 channels, and if your mom or your dad had the TV, you weren't getting it. So it's like, go outside and play. Go do chores. And if you already did your chores, I mean, there wasn't really anything unless you had those other luxuries, such as, Ataris, if they, other gaming stations, or if you had, other extracurricular activity type items like bicycles, any kind of games.
Yeah, we played a lot of basketballs, football,
baseball bats, gloves, to be able to play the game, and people to do
sports is good.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Like, sports is good. And before, when I was a kid, everything was paid for. Science camp was paid for. You didn't pay anything.
Right,
Lunches were paid for here in Stockton, August School. We didn't pay for anything. They had plenty of supplies. Yeah. Plenty of supplies. Teachers didn't have to buy anything.
That's true.
For their, and now it's way different. Now it's way different. I mean, so many ways.
They're cutting budgets and everything.
Yeah, cutting the budgets. And constantly, and there's not a lot of as many programs. I would say, but we got support from the school. We were popping and breaking. They put us in a talent show and stuff like that. And the staff at school, senior elementary, was really nice. But like I said, Pat, that I mentioned earlier, he owns Valor Martial Arts in Stockton.
Oh, okay.
Now,
so we'll be able to go talk to him and say, hey.
I don't think he pops or breaks at all anymore.
No.
But he's Muay Thai,
Okay.
Yeah, that's his specialty.
Gotta
and
love that.
He's awesome.
Ouch.
And he has a big school, and he's really a great mentor.
Awesome.
So,
well,
I think he just gets good at everything he does, because he was a good popper before his time.
There are people like that who anything they do, they just like to be the best at it.
And that's him, yeah. And he's awesome over there, Valor. I highly recommend that place for youth to learn martial arts.
Well, shout out to Sam for Valor for having the Muay Thai, and shout outs to you and inspiring Hope community dancers and everything that you're doing for them and what you're bringing to them and giving them another avenue to choose if they're not necessarily into sports or into drama or whatever the case may be, but they are able to come and they can find you. So they can find you at Inspiring Hope. CommunityDancers.com.
Yes.
They can find you also on the Facebook page.
Yes.
You have events that are coming up in the Sierra stage at the Lodi Grape Festival.
Yes, the Sierra Nevada stage, yes.
So they'll see you there. They can find you also at the dance studio that you have in Lodi.
Yes, Cutting Edge. And
Martial arts. You guys want to check them out. I hope you guys enjoyed being with us here today with Angelo Magdeleno and learning all about Inspiring Hope Community Dancers. Thank you so much for tuning in with us.
Thank you. And real quick before we get out of here, we're going to have our special guest hit a couple pop locks for the viewers.
Ooh, on the way out.
Sure.
On the way out.
I think I can accommodate that.
And that's with Marcellus Flores.
He's going to wave it to me.
I'm going to go ahead and wave it to you. Hold on, bring it back, and I'm going to bring it back.
Very nice. Thank you. And I accept.
Oh!
What is all that, dog? He's bringing it. What? You guys catching all of this? Catching it? And you gotta teach me how to do that.
Alex, it's on you.
And he got it.
Bow.
Awesome.
All right, y'all have a good morning. Rise and shine.
Fun. You guys are fun. Thank you.
Thank you for coming in.
That's fun. You guys got to.
Appreciate you.
No problem. Ronnie in the house. Yep.
Here at KXVS, broadcasting from Stone Tube Studios, is the voice of Stockton.